What's going on? What's going on, everyone? Live on Mother's Day on a Sunday. What's up, Jaden?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going all right. It's going well. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the show. On
Hey, it's
time for
Mother's
stream.
Day. Happy
Yeah, I've
Mother's
been
Day, everyone.
streaming more when I have free time as best as possible. Bringing you guys some more content, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Come get your favorite MS-13 doll. What? I don't.
What an
People.
odd thing to
It
say.
is just a weird thing to say, you know? Just a weird thing to say. Trump lives in your head rent free, but also we cried about Biden. We cried about Biden forever. Literally never shut the fuck up. Literally had Biden derangement syndrome. We were blaming him for everything. At one point, what did they blame him for? There was some bullshit.
The fires, they blamed him for FEMA disaster relief, even though Trump is canceling that out for Arkansas and fired the chief of FEMA. What else did they blame him for?
Yeah. Oh, these natural disasters are going to be fucking catastrophic. We're talking Katrina level natural disasters. That's what we're fucking talking. We're talking that. I did yesterday get something for from the secondhand store that
What'd you get? A
pretty
second hand?
nifty. Well, you know I hate A Christmas Story, right?
Fuck you.
What? It's terrible.
No, it's not.
It's awful.
It's a holiday staple.
No, it's terrible. It's actually awful.
Wrong. No,
So
go ahead.
it's terrible. It's a terrible movie. But my girlfriend
Why
loves
do we even
it.
do this show? Good. Good taste.
She loves it. I think it's the worst show on the planet. I was tortured
Movie.
with that show. It's awful. I don't care what
It's a
it is.
movie.
I don't care
It's
what
a
it is.
cinematic classic.
It's not. It's definitely not. Even old white people don't understand that movie.
Yes,
so
they
there's
do.
that. No, they don't. And it's just not a good movie. And so, anyways, I found a Christmas Story board game. And sent her a picture and was walking out. She messaged me back to get it. So now I have to play that at some point in the future. Fucking
Good.
hate that movie. It's not good.
Nope, you're playing it,
It's not good.
and you're gonna like it.
This fucking dude is weird. This guy in here, Democrat or MS-13 doll, bro. You gotta go speak to someone. It's fucking weird. You know, they're just shaking
agree.
like, MS-13 doll, it's so funny. I put it on Facebook.
Get off my For You page, you libs.
The janitor at my uncle's school, the janitor at my son's school thinks it's hilarious. Weird, bro. You gotta get a life. If people don't laugh the first time or the second time, don't do it a third or fourth. It's just creepy at that point. You just like, this is so. It's not funny. You've never been funny in your life. Let's be real. What was I gonna say? Anyway, so I bought that, and then I told you like yesterday too? I think it was yesterday or the day before. I don't know. I took baby K to go to look for toys because it's so much cheaper than taking him to the actual store. And he just wants stuff to destroy anyways. And so I bought Ticket to Ride Europe sealed for $4.50.
Oh.
It's a $50 board game. And then I bought this.
I can't see what that is, but
Hold on.
if you want stuff to destroy, just get the Playmobil World Trade Center playset.
One of these,
Oh.
the Mr. Heater things. Now, it's a little rough. It's a little rough. I have the receipt, so I can still return it. But I was thinking about taking it up to the trailer and just leaving it there. Because it's only $13. I only paid $13 for it. And these things are like 70, 80, sometimes $100. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to buy it. And then just take it to the lake. So there's that. Does it work? We can test it out really quick. I'll test it out in a minute. I actually have I brought some propane tanks to test to see. We're gonna find out. I hope it works. I hope it works. I don't know. I thought it had some good backgrounds that I thought of. I didn't run any of them. I don't know why. But I was gonna do migrants are better than MAGA. I was thinking about that one.
Yeah.
We got Bob. I got the mute if you got the block.
Bob, hello.
Bob, what's up?
Bro, how much does the establishment pay you to shill for them like
Not
this?
enough. Are you debating?
$420.
Like
69 for
seriously,
me.
who
Wait,
pays you
but
to
who's
do
the
this?
establishment? Trump is the government right now. We don't shill for him,
Yeah,
so
but
who's the
let's
establishment?
go. But yeah, you got Charlie Kirk. He gets paid by the Republican billionaires. You have Tim Pool. He gets paid by the Kremlin and Republican billionaires. You have Fox News. They're shills for the government. You have the
Yeah, we
list
don't
goes
listen to any
on.
of them.
Charlie Kirk. What do you mean you don't listen to any of them?
I don't listen to those talking heads. They're all
Who do
they're all
you
getting
listen
paid.
to? Who do you listen to?
I just people that I know, people that I
Name
trust, but
name
not the
one.
people who are on the
Like
dole.
who?
Name one.
Somebody I trust.
Hmm.
I trust. I don't know various people on X that I follow. I trust.
Name one.
Who do I
You
trust?
know he's not wanting to name them because he's like, I don't want to find out if they're
He doesn't know
paid.
anybody.
Well, I know. I think Tucker's on the take, and I think you guys are probably
I'm
getting paid by someone.
Yeah, I get paid by my
Um,
followers. So that's
I
called
think Alex
crowdfunding.
Jones is getting paid by X. I think
I'm asking you for who you trust, not who you don't.
I trust my friends, my family. I the the
Who
problem is everyone's getting
No,
paid, right?
no, we're
USA
not
proved
we're
that.
not we're
Perhaps
not
a non-biased source
Do you have a source you use then?
that's not anecdotal.
Friends and family. I
That's
trust
not
Alex Jones a
That's
little.
anecdotal.
not that's not a
Who
that's
do you
not a
guys trust?
source.
You
But
trust
wouldn't you
Alex
agree that
Jones?
everyone's getting paid?
People
No.
get paid. Number one,
Joe
people
Rogan,
get
I don't
paid.
think is
Hold on a
getting.
second.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
getting
he's
paid from
paid. He's paid by
Spotify, but not.
Spotify. $100 million.
Yeah, but not from like USAID or from the government. I don't think.
Nobody's paid from USAID. Nobody's
Dude,
paid from
nobody's paid from
USAID besides
USAID. Are you
Elon Musk.
serious?
Nobody's paid from USAID to fucking pump out content. I know that's fucking delusional.
No, people are most certainly paid from
Okay, prove
USAID,
it.
or they were, but it's been shut down.
Prove it.
There were so many like
Okay,
it
find
was
one
so
then.
much of
It
it was
should be so
exposed. How
easy
can
for
you
you to
say
find
prove it?
it.
They
It's all
said
out there.
Ben
It's
Stiller was
already.
paid.
It's
He
so
wasn't.
easy for you to find it then.
Oh, I'm laying down in bed.
Well, that's
You
your
got a
fault.
phone.
How do I do that? How do I do?
You
I have
can
How do
to.
I do
just
basic research?
All right.
you didn't
Anyone
you
can
also did
Google
not tell me a
USAID
single person
Then
you
why didn't
pays
you?
support.
podcasters.
Why didn't you? Okay. Listen, you tuck yourself back in bed. Pizza pockets will be out in a moment, all right? Rest your head. Thinking is very clearly a
Hot
difficulty for
pockets.
you.
Yeah.
And happy Mother's
I
Day
need some.
too. I'm sure
Hey,
she'll be
mom,
there
can
with
you
the
bring me
plate
some
soon.
tendies?
Yes, very good. All right, well, you may go.
All right. Bye.
All right.
I mean, he just didn't literally. Yeah, someone said it literally wrong about everything. Hop in the box. I know you won't. They never do. They always chirp from the stands, be like, "You're wrong," and then when they come in here, they go, "I don't know what
Yeah.
about." So in other words, just to point out, I don't know if like I'm sure that there are people that probably get paid to some degree on the left. Like I'm sure that happens, whatever. But the amount of money, the difference in the amount of money between the right and the left is staggering. It is staggering. And here's a fucking fact, okay? I have a decent amount of support in here. If I was a right-wing creator and had the same amount of followers, they throw money. They throw money. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just a fact. They throw money. It's so much easier to get support and followers because they're literally begging for anybody to agree with them, right? They just fucking throw money, and that's just a fact. That's a reality. And you also have money from like the ultra wealthy that funnels in that you can get your hands on. There's a lot of money if you're a right wing creator. If you're a left wing creator, there's not. In terms of me getting paid, I don't. It's literally what TikTok pays me for ad views, what YouTube pays me for ad views, and what I make on here. And the ad views have been fucking non-existent for a minute. So
Oh, great. We got a very special Mother's Day message from the Fuhrer. Happy Mother's Day to all, in particular the mothers, wives, and lovers of the radical left fascist, Marxist,
fucking
and
knew he was gonna
communists who
say
are
it.
doing everything within their power
Did he
to
really? He
destroy
did
and
it again?
obliterate. Yes. To destroy and obliterate our once great country with a capital C. Please make these complete lunatics, capital L, and maniacs kinder, gentler, softer, all of these words are capitalized, and most importantly, smarter with a capital S, so that we can quickly make America great again. Can he just not be a dick for one day? I
It's
know
not
the
that
answer is
hard.
no,
It's not that
but
hard just to be
just
like,
basic
hey,
human
happy
decency.
Mother's Day.
Slice off 90% of this message, and all it says is Happy Mother's Day to all, and that's fine.
I
Just
know,
leave it at
that's
that.
totally fine.
I
That's
would
like,
like it.
that's totally normal. But yeah, he's out here destroying the country and telling everybody, he's the number one false information. Hop in the box. Hop in the box. I give you guys a platform to come in here and prove me wrong every single day, and you fucking fail. I've never seen a group of people fail to this degree. I literally invite you, beg you to come in the box, prove me wrong, show me the fucking sources. What you feel is right isn't just in your fucking head, okay? It's on paper. You can prove it. You have to substantiate your logic and argument. And none of these guys can do that. Fucking Tucker Carlson told me. Then you're just a good fucking sheep. Like, we did our own research. And what's their own research? Watching fucking Tucker Carlson. Watching some other person tell them what to think, that's their fucking research. They don't know how to do research, period. They're just out here fucking yapping away, telling everybody they're wrong, despite the fact that they're painfully fucking wrong. And if they had an ounce of shame in themselves, they'd just shut the fuck up forever. I couldn't imagine going out on a daily basis, saying shit that's unsubstantiated and going, yeah, but fucking Cenk Uygur said, that would be fucking weird. That would be weird. Learn some media literacy, and then we'll talk. And by the way, if you understand media literacy, you're not a fucking Republican.
Or just general literacy. That works too.
Tommy crashing out. Not harder than Trump during the 2020 election.
It's true.
What have you ever been right about? Said Donald Trump was going to be indicted. Said he was going to be convicted. He was. That's weird. That's fucking crazy. What's some other shit I've been right about? I've been right about recently
That he
on the
lose
stock
in
market.
2020. That he
The stock
lose in the
market
midterms.
collapse. The stock market collapse. I was right about that. I've been right a lot. It's
How you
pretty
feeling about a
shocking,
recession?
man. Oh,
What are your odds?
I mean, it's hard to tell because it's not that. So, like, we're heading towards a recession. The degree of which I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the degree of it is going to be because he keeps changing his mind, right? So I don't know what the degree of it is going to be. Sorry, I don't know because he keeps changing his mind. He keeps changing the parameters around it. If he keeps even 80% tariffs on China, I don't know that we'll. I mean, it's like this. There's going to be one of two recessions here caused. One is by the consumer not buying, because shit is just too expensive. And that may be that the consumer's like, we just can't buy a bunch of stuff, and it falls off pretty dramatically. The Trump administration doesn't really react, doesn't see it. And as a result, we end up in an economic recession. The other one is that, over time, we start seeing a decline in goods purchased, which starts slowly closing down businesses and slowly damaging earnings. And then we'll watch that as the stock market sort of crumbles and as the GDP starts to decline. When the GDP turns negative, it's recession. I think that's kind of going to be the deal. When the GDP turns negative, I don't think there's a way to turn it around. I think we're fucked at that point. So it hasn't turned negative yet, as far as we know. It's going to be tracking negative this next quarter. But I think that once it turns negative, I don't think it's turning back around. I think at that point we're fucked. We might have like 1 month, 2 months to turn course, maybe 3 if we're lucky. But I don't think the Trump administration. I don't think the Trump administration is going to see it. I really don't think they're going to see it.
Yeah, and if they do, they'll misreport the numbers.
Probably. Who was Joe Mama?
Joe Mama.
Wow. Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Hey.
Happy Joe Mama's Day.
Stevens. Hello, Joe.
Hello.
Hi.
Cusco. The poison for Cusco. Cusco's poison. Go ahead. What's up?
What's up? MAGA is fascist movement.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Now you're getting it. Now you're getting it.
I think it's gonna be a good summer.
I don't know what you mean by
Okay.
that.
We're gonna be back and winning big.
We're gonna be back to what?
We're gonna be back and winning bigger than ever.
Why haven't
Back
we
to
won
what
anything
exactly?
yet? You can answer Jaden's question. Hey, Pamela, appreciate the 25. Thank you, Pamela.
baby.
Appreciate it just because with the 25.
go,
Thank
Trump.
you. Could we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat for Pamela? If you guys are over on
What are we getting
TikTok,
back
go ahead
to?
and double tap that screen. If
W
you guys are
Trump.
over on YouTube, hit
W
that
Trump
like
in the
button.
chat.
Would appreciate it.
Excuse me.
Hey, I was
Trump in the
talking.
Are
chat.
you a droid?
Hey, I didn't tell you to talk. Thanks. If you guys want to double tap the screen over on TikTok, comment on YouTube, and hit the like button, would appreciate it. We're having a little mini subathon for however long we're live. If you guys want to support the channel, would appreciate it. AJC with the 5 gifted memberships. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat for AJC? AJC would appreciate it with the 5 gifted memberships and the $2 migrants over mega any day.
Trump in the chat.
AJC, appreciate it. Thank you. Are you debating?
He's not. I wouldn't even say he's thinking.
Are you debating, or are you getting gone?
I just want to see some W Trumps in the chat.
Okay.
How old are you?
He's blocked now. I don't care how old he is.
Oh, that's
If you're
fine.
debating, hop in the box.
Put me up there. That's not her.
There's like a Russian name. Pretty sure this is a troll.
we try?
How does he speak so clearly with Trump's doing in his mouth? Nutcracker, appreciate the 5. Thank you. Could we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat? Nutcracker. I got the mute if you got the block.
Okay. До свидания, comrade.
Hello. Ribaderci.
Привет.
Hello.
You want it up? Unmute.
Russian warship. Go fuck yourself. Hello.
Let's give a little moment here.
Somebody tried to say that was propaganda. Okay, not their microphones off. Someone was trying to say that was propaganda in a live a few days ago. It's like, what? Or like a
What
week or
was?
2 ago. Go F yourself, Russian warship. They have the recording. Yeah, on Snake Island, they have the recording. AJC again, appreciate it for the 5. Thank you, the 5 gifted. Nutcracker, appreciate it for the $5. AJC, appreciate it for the $2. And Pamela, thank you for the 25. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat for them?
Yeah.
Wait, it's laggy.
Daddy, chill.
Hey, there we go.
Daddy, chill.
You guys didn't even notice it was a fake account? We couldn't hear you. We were pretty positive it was, but thanks for telling us. I mean, I don't know why you would think that we weren't suspect of you. They got it past them.
What gave it away? The Russian name?
Oh, they weren't even suspect at all. That's crazy. Crazy. Man. That was loud. Jesus, phone. Okay. What was... So I guess Zelensky is demanding a ceasefire.
Yeah. They're supposed to be meeting without preconditions sometime in the next week. I think
Supposed to be meeting with what?
They're supposed to be meeting with Putin. I can't remember which nation it is.
Is it Belarus? Where is it?
Yeah.
Well,
I think it
Turkey
is
was supposed to
Belarus,
be. Turkey was supposed to be involved. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you, Pam. Appreciate it, Pam. Thank you. Trump told him to meet with Putin. Why? Why? What the fuck? Why?
He has a
Hey,
death wish.
Go meet with each other. They're not gonna meet. The fuck?
Talk to your murderer.
Yeah, go talk to the guy that's slaughtering, that's committing genocide in your country. Go. What a fucking weak. Donald Trump's so weak. Just a weak. Go back. Go. I do it all the time. Go to kowtow to the dictator. I do it all the time.
You guys hate America, clearly. You like this country?
This country's
Not even
fucking
love, but like.
trash. Yeah, this country's not. It's not even likable. You
Hey.
fucking kidding me? All because of fucking Republicans. This shit is unbearable. If you don't like it, leave. You're still here when Biden was fucking president, so I don't want to fucking hear it.
It's true.
Anyway, if you're debating, go ahead and hop on in the box. Would appreciate it. Just have a pair and hop on in the box. This country sucks. There's no redeeming qualities about this
Sorry, I
country.
didn't mean to invite you.
I'm being so honest with you. It's like America used to be a place where it's like, we all come and, congregate and we all get along. And that's just been a lie. Very clearly, it's just a bunch of racist MAGA running around. like hating on everyone and just being contrarians just because, laughing at people suffering and pain and literally having no fucking empathy. We don't have universal health care. 45,000 people a year die. There's crippling debt literally everywhere. You can't buy a house in this country. You can barely afford a fucking car. Groceries are impossibly expensive. Nobody wants to raise the fucking minimum wage. We don't have any workers' rights or workers' benefits that are set in stone, which is fucking chaotically stupid. We literally have poisons being pumped into the ground and a government that enjoys doing it. I don't know what I'm supposed to like about this shithole. You guys think that America's great and America's this. It's fucking not. Go to a different country, okay? You guys live in America. You never go anywhere else. You think this country is fucking great? No. It's borderline third world, to be honest with you. This country is garbage. And if you're sitting there thinking, we're the best country in the world, you're fucking delusional. I can think of about a dozen. You're like, why don't you move there? Well, because I actually do care about the country and want to fix it. I just live in a country with a bunch of dumbasses that every day I open the door, it's like living with a roommate, and every time you open the fucking bedroom door and look out, they're staring at you taking a shit, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing? And then you're like, well, stop doing that. And they're like, if you don't like it, leave. That's pretty much what living in America is like. And people cheering on their own demise.
Yeah, they'll leverage kids. They'll use them as pawns, as to attack the LGBTQ community, as to attack migrants, as to attack integration and things of that nature. But they'll draw the line in the sand when a kid is raped and they want them to carry to term, or when a mass shooting happens. That's when they stop caring. That's when apparently we cannot usurp our own rights in order to actually protect children from those things. But God forbid a gay person or drag queen were to do a dance.
Someone want to tell me something we have better than another country?
Obesity?
Food's plentiful, albeit expensive. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy.
Alexis joined.
What's going on, guys?
Restaurants are not better here.
Well, it depends. But I would say that generally speaking, no. Like,
You ever
it
have a
depends.
French cuisine?
Well, I mean, it depends on
Every
where
restaurant
you're
I can think
going.
of is other ethnic foods, though.
Yeah.
I know, but
Like, we've got some great Indian food places around here, but they're better in India.
Right. Yeah, Chinese
Yeah.
food here is so fucking greasy.
oh my god, it's painfully greasy.
It's disgusting.
Disgustingly. I can't even eat. I used to love sweet and sour chicken. Can't even do it
Right.
because the breading on it is just like, ugh, god, ugh. I don't like this.
Beef lo mein.
I don't like this. I'm just saying. There's not really, you know,
Mm-hmm.
there's not a lot of redeeming qualities about this country. I'm gonna be super for real with you. It's basically like corporate profit and fuck workers every day, all day. That's pretty much it. That's America. How do we privatize? How do we turn into a profit this thing that should very clearly not have a profit motive? How do we, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know? You know? Just saying. I mean, America has some good... I mean, it depends on where you are, right? Because America does have some places that have some good food, but it also has some places that don't, right? I don't imagine the food in Omaha, Nebraska is very good. You know?
No.
And like in Europe, it's hit or miss. Some of the some of the places have amazing food. Some of the places have terrible food. It just really depends, right? Like I've heard bad things about the UK, that their food is not good.
Yeah.
But other
Actually, I've heard
places
some great
like
things about the
Italy.
UK.
Well, I've
I
heard
don't
good
know.
things about
Beans
London.
on toast doesn't sound appetizing.
I've heard good things about London, but the rest of the UK,
Yeah. It's weird because a lot of it is farm.
Meat pies?
listen, Tommy, feeling attacked as a Nebraskan. Just asking you as a Nebraskan, is the food that good? Be real.
You got biscuits and gravy.
We got John in the box.
You know where Korean barbecue comes from?
Better be Korea.
Better fucking be
Well,
Korea.
It's when America went over to Korea for the Korean War, they took barbecue with them and they merged and fused those two dishes.
I had Korean
Oh.
barbecue not that long ago. Gonna be real, actually, for the first time. John, what's up? At a
How's it going,
restaurant, at
man?
least. What's going on? What's your take?
I just came up because I heard you were saying name another country with our or name something that's better in America than like any other country, and being going to like Indonesia and Japan, like healthcare in Japan is way worse than America. I can't just go up to, as a foreigner, I can't just go into any hospital and get care. Um, that was something I went through where I needed it, couldn't get it. So that's something
So
that's better.
wait, hold on a second. You were
Yeah.
treated like an American in Japan? Like you were treated to the American healthcare system in Japan and you think America's better?
No, I mean, if I'm here in America, um, I can, even if I'm not a citizen here, you can go into any like urgent care and get care. Um, here in
You're
Japan,
getting
or when I,
stabilized.
yeah, so when I was in Japan, I couldn't do that. Like I couldn't get care. I had an ear infection, didn't get any care. Couldn't couldn't see a
That's
doctor.
because you're not. No, dude, you're misconstruing what our healthcare system. They just have to stabilize you. They don't have to treat you for anything.
But they
You
still
wouldn't
took
have
me in.
gotten treated for an ear infection in America either.
That's also not
Absolutely, I would.
that's not Japanese healthcare policy. Non-citizens can and do access their universal healthcare system.
I
I
was
mean, I was
looking at it
there.
though. It said you may need some medical expenses may need to be paid out of pocket if you're a traveler.
Yeah,
We
I'm
don't
just
have a
giving your
better
point, though,
healthcare
that-
Paid to their
system than
system.
them.
So the thing is, man, like in America, if you go in, you could literally be having a heart attack. They just have to stabilize you. They don't have to treat you for that heart attack. They just have to make sure you're not going to die in their presence. And then it's called treat and street. They treat and street you.
Yeah, but I mean, my point being is that I mean, that's kind of broad where you said name any like any
Well, I mean,
country.
so
I
is
mean,
your claim. You have an individualized experience and are
yeah.
making a broad assertion that overall Japanese healthcare is worse, despite the fact that outpatient quotas seem to be at a much higher variable than the United States, and life expectancy is about 7 to 8 years longer.
Okay, so let's. I guess I won't go off an individual claim because I guess it's not. I mean, that's not good enough. How about somebody in the LGBTQ? They go over to Afghanistan or Iraq, or a woman goes over there and seeks the same rights that they do have here in America.
Cool.
Where
Big
is that?
question.
Is that the same? Is it? Are
Well,
Yeah,
are
it's
they
weird that
so
better?
like the
remember,
comparison becomes of third world nations and not first.
Third? Okay,
right?
no. So
Well,
Why do
now
you
you
have
are
to
now we're
doing
compare
moving
it
the
that.
to
goalpost.
Why do you
You
have
are
to compare it
comparing it
to
to a war-torn
Afghanistan?
nation. We're not
We're
first
moving the
world.
goalpost.
Well, you are,
No,
because
you
we're
are.
talking about first world nations here.
No, you said name any country. Um, are every single
Right, and the
country has a better.
comparison suddenly becomes of a third world nation. Like obviously
No, the
our water here
question,
is better than it is in
Okay,
South Africa.
okay.
the
I'll
question,
I'll switch something else then.
no, the question was, can you name something America does better than any other country? Not a country.
Um.
Like if we're
Uh,
number one, we
off the
should
top of my
have
head, like
number one in multiple different things, right?
Number one in prisons.
Number one in healthcare
Number one in
deaths.
inmates.
I think our diversity in the country, which helps a lot of different cultures and races in this country, is a lot better than most countries.
By what metric though?
By what metric?
Yeah.
I
Black
mean,
Americans
that's
are the
interesting.
Black Americans are the wealthiest Black individuals in the world. So that's a stat. You can look it up.
Why does
I don't know
that?
if that's true.
Well, number
That's not a
one,
metric of how well black people are being treated.
right?
Because
He's
overall,
like,
those are still a minority within a minority of the race. Overall, black people tend to
It's
revolve
this is the
and tend to live in sub-poverty
yeah.
levels of income. Overall, have less healthcare outcomes and worse healthcare outcomes. Overall, have a 3 to 5 times more likelihood of dying of childbirth than in other nations. So I wouldn't really use that argument of wealth when
No,
those disparities still exist.
this is the hold
not a
on, cheat. I
metric
just want
that
to tell this. This is
yeah.
the Virginia it's like the Virginia slave paradigm, right? Where the Virginians justified their treatment of black people because, well, we're not the South. And just saying, well, black people are doing better than elsewhere in the world would be fucking crazy to say, because we're not comparing black people to anywhere else. For the same, we're not comparing white people to anywhere else in the world. Like, black people
don't
do
forget we had a
worse in
black
America,
president.
right? Because you would say, well, black people do better than anywhere else in the world. And they could be like, but they do worse in terms of economic equality here than in other parts of the world.
Yeah.
You see
So
how that doesn't?
if the statistic is true that Black Americans are the wealthiest Black individuals in the world, wouldn't that just prove that the whole point of the American dream is to have opportunities to grow, have a family, support your family, make money,
No.
and that's true if that's the case that they're the wealthiest Black individuals in the world.
So
But I'm
you
not
missed what Tommy
positive
said.
that's true, by the way. But you're missing what I'm saying.
Well,
Yeah, go ahead, Josh.
if you look at the statistics, there's 1,700 billionaires in America. 1,700. Out of that 1,700, 8 of them are black. Out of those 8, only 2 of them are are billionaires and are not in entertainment. So when you look at the statistics, it's disproportionate as shit, man. So to say that, like, black people are successful in this country, so therefore all black people are successful in this country is fucking wild.
So I didn't say all of them were. I said that statistically, there are more Black individuals in the higher class or with more money than there is in any other country. So,
Wait, but that's not an argument.
Which is a statistical fact. They are the wealthiest.
That's not an
Black
argument, though.
individuals in the world.
That's not a good argument to say why America's good. You're saying America took people off of an incredibly impoverished continent and moved them and enslaved them in America, and 400 years later they're doing better than black people in other areas of the world, but not better or as good as the white people in the country that they live in. So while you could say, well, black people they do better here than anywhere else, I could turn around and say that's not a metric, because there's worse wealth income inequality in America when it comes to different races than there is in other parts of the world. So it's not an argument.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I don't think I mean, it doesn't matter what I say. It won't. It's not gonna play a factor in this. So I guess we can just move on to a topic where.
Well, I'm just telling you, like, that's like it doesn't. I'm just telling you that, like, you can't take what is ultimately a detrimental situation and try and spin it into something better. Like, that doesn't work. Because it's not a good situation. You're trying to say, well, black people in America, but if we're talking about that, it's not really to say America's good at this. America's bad at wealth income inequality. So I'm just asking you, can you give me something that America does better than literally any other country? And the answer is there isn't anything. There's nothing that America does that's better than any other country.
I just want to point out that the statistics you're saying are not accurate. You're not talking about black people from America. You're talking about black people who moved to America. Immigrant black people are more successful than native-born black people. This typically comes from they're coming from success in other countries and moving to America.
Is he talking about immigrants, or is he talking about black people in America?
No, he's saying there's more. He said more black people are successful in America than anywhere else in the world, and he's correct. But immigrant black people are more successful than native-born black people in America. So what he's saying, he's literally saying immigrants from other countries who were successful or had successful families in other countries sent their family members over to this country. They were already privileged enough to have money, and that's.
I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that. I wasn't sure if he was talking about people that were born here, but yeah, no, I am aware of that. That, like, obviously that people that come here are going to have more money. They're going to have more ability to come here.
Yeah, study shows African immigrants in the United States do well despite differences among them. And it's specifically from Nigeria, certain countries in Africa that really focus on studies, on education. They'll send their family, or their rich families in Nigeria will send their kids over to America.
Yeah. It's actually true.
So that was kind of disingenuous argument.
I guess. Um,
But yeah, I mean,
it
the
doesn't.
whole argument here was America is not this amazing, spectacular country. We don't do anything that amazing besides kill. And that's really the fact.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that it's proven that immigrants too also have come over and started companies and been able to create success on their own here without having what he said outside sources like their family with money send them a boatload of money. Um,
Immigrants do that all over the place.
It's not unique to America.
No, they do it in France. Name a country in Europe.
I mean, sure, but I mean, it's kind of just like a downplay of the opportunity that we have. I think we have a lot more, opportunity here than we do in any other country to be able to.
At one point, maybe.
I think that that was probably true at some point in the past, the distant past. Certainly before I uh, left high school. I would say the last chance we had was probably like 3 or 4 years before I left high school. So
I think it's
mid
less
two
than
thousands.
15%. 15% of our population will actually move up um, in a within the wealth gap. Uh, and they're so if you start out poor, you'll end up middle class later in life. It's about 15% of the population will do that, which leaves 85% of the population stuck in the class that they were born in. So, are you saying 85% of the population is just lazy? They can't pull the bootstraps up?
To get better
Yes.
jobs to jump into. No, I think that that's a problem. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think there's a problem in the U.S. where there's not a ladder between the lower and in the in the middle class. I think that that's a huge problem that needs to be solved. And part of it is could be a percentile, could be people not putting in effort, not trying to get up to that class. But there are a great amount of people too that just are not able to. Like regardless on where they live and what they can achieve based off what they have. So
Okay, but we have structured our systems of upward mobility in a way that is far and away more complex than any other first world nation has. For example, higher education, virtually free in nearly every other nation besides the US. So if one is going to seek out a degree field that has a higher income basis for it, that's an exorbitant amount of money. That's student loans that they'd have to incur that ultimately would not be putting them in a position where they're actually seeing that mobility happen. That's the case with healthcare as well. You have to be healthy to work, right? That's just the bottom line of it. And the fact that preventative healthcare measures are so unattainable at this rate that people are going sick or working sick and now earning less than they otherwise would if they were perfectly healthy is showing that that level of mobility is also degrading. So really, we don't really have that metric of protecting our workforce and expanding the rights that they have. I'd say we've drawn back those. We've drawn back union membership. We've drawn back pensions. We've drawn back healthcare and Social Security currently. That does not seem to be on the same basis as any other nation on this planet.
yeah, and I agree with you at some points, Jaden, but some I don't. I don't believe that. I mean, look at so I'm 23. My generation, the new like millionaires are all
26.
blue collar jobs. So that's
The
statistically the newer
millionaires are
wave of
blue
What?
millionaires.
collar
Millionaires?
jobs.
Blue collar jobs?
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's in
Yeah.
tech.
No,
It's in
that's not it.
software.
So like plumbing, electrician, anything construction, blue collar, welding
They're not
is
millionaires.
is statistically going to be the wave of new millionaires of people that are
I'm
What
on.
stat are
sorry.
you
If you
going
say
off of?
wait, if you say you work in construction,
No, like so my point is that people like kids my age are leaving high school and making more money and having better opportunity going to blue collar jobs than going to college and trying to get a job in a flooded job
They're
market. It's
becoming
not.
that's not
millionaires?
always true. That's not always true.
Okay, for a doctor, a lawyer, something of a degree where you have to spend more than 4 years, then sure. But when you have people that going into school that are getting a business degree, whether it's public relations, communications, marketing, whatever, it's a very flooded market that's not doing good for kids around my age leaving college. So
For
absolutely, I can
doctors?
see. No, I just said for anything but like a doctor, a lawyer, like they can get a job right out of school because I mean, it's a doctor, it's a lawyer, it's, someone going into health, someone, that
The
that
I
money's
get a
don't.
not in
degree
plumbing, bud.
at that.
The money's in tech. The money's in
I
AI. The
mean,
money's in chips. That's not where it's at.
So
Absolutely
here's
wrong.
the
No, if
thing.
you look it up, money is right now in my generation, in my generation around my age are making more money by a far amount going into blue collar jobs outside of high school than
Yeah,
going to
they're gonna
college.
get jobs, but they're not gonna make millions. That's not where the like in the future. That's not where
You know,
money
they're
is
not.
gonna be.
Hold on. So if
As
a
someone that worked
kid,
construction, I never came close to making millions. I can tell
so
you that.
if a kid out of high school goes to a trade school, they go into a trade. Say they're a electrician, and they're making after a couple years of being in that field and getting their feet underneath them, they're making 130,000 dollars a year doing that, which is what average they're making in blue collar
That's not gonna make you a millionaire.
So to
over.
add on to what I said correctly, so here are the top paying jobs for Gen Z. One being software engineer or senior developer, making about $85,000 entry level to $105,000, 3 to 4 years experience. Two is data scientist. Three is investment banking analysis and financial analysis. Four is accountant. Five, physician and nurse practitioner. Nowhere within that realm shows blue collar jobs as you've assumed it to be. These are not the highest earning jobs that our generation are flocking to, nor are they the ones that pay the most
Yeah,
or would make you a millionaire.
so I've got
Not gonna
I've
make
got
you
an
a millionaire.
article. I'd have to go like onto my like I'm on my phone right now, but I can send it to one of you guys that says that the new wave of millionaires and people that make the most money out of my generation are going to be blue collar or are
Is it
blue
from
collar
Turning
right
Yeah,
Point
now.
well, they're
USA?
wrong.
I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about? I'm not understanding the context. Jay, appreciate it. Thank you for the sub. I don't understand the context
Well, the context
because
is you brought
well
up
because if you're saying that
higher
people are going to
education.
become millionaires, if you say that it's going to be that industry that becomes millionaires, if you get into tech, you're talking about to start, you're talking 150. Like you get into coding or you get into Amazon, especially Amazon, right?
Software.
Amazon, whatever software development, whatever, your starting is going to be 100 plus, 150, and then you're going to probably settle in somewhere around 225, 250.
Yeah, so I mean, my point to why I brought up like the whole, all the stats with like the higher, education is that kids are being shown and proven to be true that they don't need to go get a higher education unless they want to. I guess I'll add tech in there. In tech, any healthcare or even a lawyer, they don't need to go get a higher education. So why would we make higher education free for everybody? This is a big country and nothing is free. I mean, you guys know that. Higher education can never be free because at the end of the day,
It
it's our
already is in
tax
40
dollar.
nations.
It is our tax dollars that is going to be paying for that. Not only that, but healthcare. I don't understand the whole left's like narrative on free universal healthcare. Nothing is free. It doesn't make any
We
sense.
understand that it's free at the point of service. That's the point. Taxation pays for it, and it's free at the point that you use it. Such is
Yeah.
the case with a number of public facilities that we currently benefit from.
Yeah,
I
so
don't know where you're getting
how
at
like if
with
you can run
the. I
down
mean, I'll be
the
real. I don't know where you're getting at with the whole they're millionaires thing. Like, just to finish up on that thought before we move on, like, you can make good money in the trades. You're not likely to become a millionaire. Maybe later on in life when you own your own company or you do your own work and you can, like, take complete,
Yeah.
you know, profit of it.
Like
I know some guys that do that, but I don't know anybody that's a millionaire over
Yeah.
it.
yeah,
If you own
I
a
know
so
people
plumbing
that I know people
enterprise,
that make I know
maybe.
people that do I know people that do really well and could like a lot I know a lot of people that do really well in that, but I don't know
okay,
about them
so
making millions off of it.
John,
all right, yeah, that's fine.
I'll
So if a kid's going out of high school with no debt, has absolutely no debt, and goes into trade work,
hmm
they're making a lot more money, saving a lot more money. I mean, that's a proven. They don't have any debt to pay for. They don't have a college degree they're paying off. If a kid goes into college, goes and do a business degree, they go and do something business, and they've got 35, $40,000 in debt. They leave that, and now they're making 75, $70,000 a year, and they're still paying off that debt. who's going to be better off? Who's saving more money? Who's going to have more money put into the market? Who's
John,
going
I
to be able
really
to
hope
invest
life
more?
works out like that for you. I truly, truly do. I hope you make $150,000 a year. I hope, um, like the second you get married or the second you have a child, that's gonna be completely cut in half unless your wife is working as well, and then you can do like a dual income, no kids thing. I truly hope that really works out for you. But for a large majority of the population, that's not how life goes, man.
Well, it's I don't know what you mean by like a large like majority. It's proven right now. Kids are leaving college and having no jobs.
Okay, but
It's
statistically,
a proven thing that
Gen Z populations in this country earn more on average, per the BLS, per National Association of College and Employers, on average more so than those fresh out of high school joining a trade. That's the facts. You can take into account things like student debt, and while it is a factor that should be eliminated and alleviated, overall, at the end of the day, you're earning more without, with a college degree, not without.
So what but like what kind of like I said, what kind of degrees? Of course a doctor leaving college is going to make more money than a kid that's 18 going in and starting their trade like right away. I'm not saying they make 100 grand off rip when they're 18. After years, like
Now you're
in 2 or
shifting the
3 years.
goalpost because now it's
How?
become what kind of degree? Your claim was that over and above, blue collar jobs pay more than college degree fields do.
In a 10-year span, absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you have a stat on that?
I mean, give me a second, I could find it. It's
Okay.
probably shouldn't be hard to find.
Maybe if you're union, but still union's still gonna top out.
Where is he talking about? I mean, you can make good money in union work, or if you live in an area that has prevailing wage. Um,
Let me go
but
pee while he waits.
I'm a bit interested as to where his logic is here because it's not like you're just. I mean, let's be real. I mean, if you're gonna make 100,000+ a year, it's gonna be at like that. It's gonna be at a union, which, by the way, is not always super easy to get in with a union. Nor do you have work like that all the time. A lot of times you're on unemployment.
So when I was in my mid 20s into my 30s, between my wife and I, we made really good money, well over 150. And
Mm-hmm.
like we had a house, we had the cars, but we also had kids. We sure as shit weren't close to being millionaires. Like that's just not possible, man. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans, John. And like it's good, I really hope you can do it, man. But most people can't.
Yeah, and it used to be, I mean, it used to be that like that union wage, by the way, of 30 something, whatever, was enough to sustain you. And now it's, I mean, you make good money, but in this economy, like, it used to be like if you were on union wages, like you had a house, you had a car, you were set for life, and as long as you didn't fuck up, you could have
Wind up in
your,
jail.
yeah, you could have your awesome middle class life. But now, even making that kind of money is like,
Yeah, so I just found an article from Business Insider, and it's saying that jobs like plumbing, this was posted in 2019, are paying more than kids getting college degrees, which is pushing more kids to go into trade schools like plumbing than going to get a college degree. It's on Business Insider. I don't know how to send you a link, but
But that's not what I was arguing, though. My argument was that's not where all the money is. The money's in tech. You're not going to become a millionaire by plumbing.
yeah. So
You'll make good money. You might strike it rich with the
That's right, Cosmo.
stocks or something. I don't know, but
you do side
like
work.
you'll have money to play
Anybody
with,
that's
but
done-
you're not going to be a millionaire.
Yeah, if you're a
but-
plumber, you
so-
do side work. If you're a plumber, you do side work. Yeah, because that's
Yeah, I
you
mean,
can
have
make,
a
you can
nice
make a lot of
truck.
money doing side work, but
Yeah, so
The-
I mean, my whole point is that if you're talking to a kid leaving high school and you've got one route, go to college, get debt, because I mean, like you said, a majority of the people here in the U.S. are in the lower class. It's hard for them to get out of the lower to the middle. They know that they're gonna have to pay a lot of money or get a lot of loans to go to college. They're gonna have debt when they leave college. They're not gonna make a great amount of money out of college right away. It's gonna take them 5 years to find a good job and make more. Or you can go straight out of high school, go into a blue collar job like plumbing, and make around $75,000-$80,000 first year plumbing, and have better opportunity to grow in the field over time than you would waiting to get a college degree and get a better job. So it's,
Where are
I
you
mean,
working that you think you're making?
Yeah,
He's right, by the way.
as an
He's right.
apprentice.
Hey,
Hey,
hold on.
pipe
Stop
down.
talking, bud.
25%.
Stop talking. You can talk in a second. Where are you
it's just
working that you're making that money?
where,
Yeah.
I mean, right now, like 3, 4 years ago, we were in a trade shortage, so people weren't going to trade school, and people need trade like plumbing and like you could get a job doing that. I think in a majority of states like California, Washington, Arizona, like bigger states. Even the
I
small
don't.
states too. I feel like Oklahoma, Kansas, Wisconsin, like smaller states with not as big as big of like cities. Absolutely, you can have kids leave
What's the
and
going? What's the going rate for a plumber for an apprentice plumber, just non-union apprentice plumber? Is this still go off of
75K
prevailing
a year
wage?
starting out.
I wasn't asking you.
Yeah, because you're wrong, bro. He's right. John's right.
I'm sorry, dude. What did you used to
think a
do for a
plumber's gonna
living?
be
Did
a
you
millionaire?
work in
Fucking
plumbing?
moron, bro. You're
Hey,
fake.
John.
Chill
Hold on,
out.
buddy.
Yo, chin strap.
Buddy. Have you ever worked in plumbing in your life?
Yeah, actually, I'm a trade. I went to a trade. I went for HVAC school in like
Cool.
HVAC is not
2007,
plumbing.
bro.
HVAC
Yeah.
is not
Just
plumbing.
real quick,
It's the same. It's a
you said
trade.
in,
No, it's not
Well,
the
my
same.
uncle's
A
a
trade is
plumber.
not the
Plumber
same.
makes
I worked in
millions.
Hold on. I worked in plumbing. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Did you go to school to be an apprentice, or did you just say, "Oh, I'm a plumber now"?
No, I went into
I'm gonna go ahead and-
work
You're
on.
on TikTok. Dude. You're doing nothing.
I'm gonna go ahead and settle this
Shut
real
up.
quick.
What?
In
Josh?
Arizona, he specifically, sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
In Arizona, he specifically said Arizona. It's about $21.30 an hour. They make about 41,000.
He
a year,
left.
and that's
He
what
left.
That's what the apprenticeship plumber. I just wanted to
41,000
solve
a
it.
year?
We could not have this
yeah,
argument.
yeah. So
I thought
like
it was like
said,
30 something and a half. I thought it would have been 30 something and a half, but you're not working like that. What he just fucking ran. He's like, "Oh, you worked in plumbing, you worked for plumbing companies?" Yeah, I did. I operated an excavator. And they're like, "Ah."
Yeah, I mean, if you were to get any single person up here that went into a trade school right out of high school, I'm 99% sure they could agree with me that they have better opportunity to
Right, but
create
there's
more
not
wealth over time than
there's not
someone with
endless
degrees.
jobs.
That's
There's not
anecdotal.
endless jobs. And I just want to point out, do you have any what do you do for work?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just finished my college degree, and
You what?
I just finished my college degree.
Traitor.
I just got out of college, and
Do you want a tip?
Sure. Or
You
a
want
tip?
me to give you a tip? Right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you a
absolutely.
tip.
I'll take it.
I
I'll take
worked
anything.
in construction. I worked in construction. Started about when I was about your age. Don't fucking do it.
Yeah, no.
Don't fucking do it.
Yeah, no.
And I'm
mean,
gonna tell you
I-
exactly why. You look
Yeah.
at the guys that are around you that are older and they're fucking beat up. They're fucking
Yeah.
broken. They're fucking in
And
constant
alcoholics.
fucking pain. The most of them are drug addicts or alcoholics. They're fucking like I'm not saying this is the case, but usually when it comes to
not all
like
of 'em.
non-union construction work, you're gonna find a lot of that. You're gonna find a lot of people that one day they just don't show up anymore. And that's just how it is. And they're
No,
broken
yeah.
and beaten up, and it's a fucked up job.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, yeah, I worked in construction when I was a senior in high school, and I remember seeing that too as well. I get that, but that's different than like those people didn't go to trade schools. They didn't go to be like an electrician. They didn't go to be a plumber. They don't have their own plumbing companies, electrician companies. They don't do that. Which I to my point, I think overall long run, you have more opportunities to go do a trade school and create more wealth for yourself than going to college. I mean, I see for myself the job market for college students. I just got a degree in public relations, right? And it is the hardest thing right now. I've been looking for about a year to find a job that fits my I
Yeah.
have a job that's not even part of my degree. It's proven.
I'm gonna give you another tip. Why?
Lie.
You're welcome. Yep. Which usually, and I'm an honest person, I wouldn't advocate for lying on a resume. But I'm going to tell you right now, everyone else fucking lies. And that's why they get the job and you don't.
Yeah.
Everyone else lies. just don't, you're not being honest. It doesn't matter. Company doesn't fucking care. That literally everybody lies their way into a position.
Yeah, no,
That's
like
literally what
absolutely,
happens.
yeah,
So I'm telling you, like,
yeah,
expand your resume, get in a place for 6 months, a year. They're going to think you're a dumbass at some point, probably fire you, but you're going to have that on your resume that you did that. And then when you go
yeah,
to the next place, do a very
yeah.
similar
That's true.
thing.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. Like I agree with you. That's true. But I mean, I think that you can agree with me too. Like the kids that are getting degrees, like in business, that are getting good jobs, like they have a connection of some sort. They've got a parent that was in that field that has a connection. They've got some family member
It's too
that.
bold of a claim.
Well, I mean, anyone that has went to college and has seen
I mean,
it,
you could
and
say
I
that
think
about
that,
tradesmen too, that their uncle was a plumber.
yeah, absolutely. But that's not going to make them create a new company or create like a new plumbing company or be like, I mean, that's not going to help them out in the long run. It could, absolutely, it could. But I think opportunity coming out of college with people that you know is a lot more effective than opportunity. Like if your uncle, your uncle's a plumber and he's teaching you how to do it, which would help you out personally because you would know how to do it, go to trade school, do really well, and get a good job. But I'm just talking about like the bare like like minimum where you can leave college with a degree. You have a rich family that has a lot of connections and they get you a good job. I guess I'm kind of veering off track here, but
That could be said. There's nepotism involved in all forms of jobs. So I wouldn't say that that's exclusive to one with a college degree field.
Andreu,
Yeah,
appreciate it. I'll
happens
read
all
that
the
in just
time
a
in the
second.
trades.
Appreciate it, Andreu.
Right.
Oh, yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
I don't know what
100%.
The family
I don't know
plumbing
a trade
business, the
that.
family HVAC business.
Yeah, I don't know a trade that
Yeah.
it hasn't done that.
Right.
No,
yeah,
it's actually
yeah.
pretty common a lot because like you either can bring someone in off the street that has no fucking clue what you're talking about it, or someone that had to listen to their dad yap about it for 20 years, you know? So,
That's how.
but
I did
there
construction.
is a
I
lot
did-
of
I dug-
nepotism.
I dug
There
footers
is.
when I was a teenager, and that was my best friend's dad was in construction. That's literally how you got the job.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I actually got
Somebody
my job
said
from my
somebody
dad.
said someone said I was giving bad advice. I'm not giving bad advice. I'm giving you the best advice I can give you. Lie as a
No,
motherfucker on your resume, or at least massage the fuck out of the
appreciate your
truth.
advice.
Because
Exagger-
literally
exag-
you're going to be going up
exaggeration,
you're
yeah,
going to be
for
going
sure.
up exaggerate you're going to be going up against 20 plus other fucking people, and every single one of them is fucking lying. They're lying. They've never done anything remotely close to that. And whenever you see people being like, I don't get this, because they try and tell the fucking truth, and it doesn't really matter. It fucking doesn't. Because I'm gonna be super real. Most of the fucking jobs you can learn from watching a fucking YouTube video, like most of them,
Absolutely.
right?
John, I talked
So-
to you before.
Yeah.
Didn't you intern for a federal judge that Trump fired, and now they can't be contacted anymore?
Whoa, absolutely not. No. But yeah, dude. So I guess you kind of proved my point. So if they can learn what that job is just watching like a YouTube video, why on earth would they want to go to a college for 4 years and get $40,000 in debt, right?
Why not advocate for free higher public education?
Because at the end of the day, I don't think that it will ever be free. Well, I guess that's not really a point, but
I don't care about that.
Yeah, I don't think it should. I just don't think it should be free because at the end of the day, nothing is free. I mean, that's
Okay,
that's
but
the truth,
that's
right?
not a defeater to my argument. That's not a reason as to why we shouldn't move towards that. Obviously, you'd be paying slightly more in taxes. Most of that would not be within our lower income of people paying that much. You could do it through a tax on Wall Street speculation, cover it entirely for 10 years. But that's not the point, all right? It's whether or not this is a cost-effective and beneficial measure in the long run for our growing economy. And the answer is yes. We need a more robust higher educational workforce, not less. That's where the jobs of the future are, or with software, or with development, or with technology, not with plumbing. No diss to that, but that's not a 21st
Plumbing's not
century
going
job
anywhere.
anymore.
Yeah, we
Plumbing's
need
not
plumbers,
going
don't get us
anywhere.
wrong.
Plumbers are important, right? Honestly, I'm gonna be super real. Sometimes I can think they get paid a little too much for the shit they be doing because they're fuck offs. They're just, a lot of them don't fucking care. Some of them are really good at their job, but I've met a lot of plumbers who are like, fuck, you're not good at this. It's like, fuck. But you don't need to go to a trade school, by the way. You don't need to go to a trade school to learn how to do stuff.
Yeah, so
Like,
that's
the pipe fitting part, I literally just would be around plumbers. And they'd be like, okay, do this. And like,
yeah. So
they'd be like, here, this is what you need to know.
I guess my point to Jaden's point is that if to
We'd have to
kind
go
of
to
like
school though for
full
test.
circle the
There's like a
moment.
qualification thing for plumbers.
So Jaden's point was basically if like why not kind of persuade to have free college so people are able to go to college and get a get that
We want people.
your degree.
We want people to go to college. We want people to be incredibly intelligent, and I'll tell you exactly why we want this. One, we're competing against countries that are throwing money at education, and we're never going to beat them if we view education as being a detriment or if we view it as not being beneficial to giving, not being beneficial to the expansion and growth of the country. But even more so, like as someone that went to college, that worked construction, I had a very diverse background, and I find that a lot of the stuff that I talk about on here, and it wasn't just like this, but like having a wide depth of knowledge in construction, I thrived, right? Like because I was working on like as a project manager, right? Where they'd be like, or like me and this other guy were project managers, and they're just like, just go figure it out. You have this help. And so we would have to go and just make shit up to figure out how to fucking get something to work. We did it all the time. And having that wider depth of knowledge about different construction and different stuff that I've done in my life made that shit a lot easier. So like we want that, right? Because a lot of people are going to get a degree. You're going to get a degree. It's not even likely you're going to work in public relations. I'm be so for real with you. Not even likely you're going to work in public relations. And like you just get it, you get a wide depth of knowledge, and then it helps you with problem solving in the future.
Yeah. So
Just reality.
So my point of view, the only reason that I'm not agreeing fully with Jaden with creating college
I'm going to mute this really quick.
For kids is I believe that at first the government should work on creating more jobs for these people with degrees to get into, which there isn't much at all. Like I said, there's a huge shortage of kids getting out of college with a degree, having debt, and not having a job with their degree.
Wait, but that is not a defeater to my argument, though. You can do both. We
So
should
I
have a
think
more
that
robust federal jobs program. This administration has walked in the opposite direction of that, and free public higher education.
Yeah. So Jaden, I totally if it was guaranteed, if people were to go to college and it was guaranteed that they were to get a job in some area of their degree, maybe not fully in their degree, but close, but it was guaranteed. That's my point, that they get a job, absolutely make education free. But that's not happening right now. So for how can you justify for the American people to pay more tax dollars on a free education when those kids aren't even using that education?
Because most people won't be paying those taxes. And it would be a marginal increase at best on the 1% that would be funding that would be subsidizing these programs. Like I said, a 2% tax on Wall Street speculation covers all 4 years of higher education. I think that's a net positive for a well-rounded, educated workforce. There's better likelihood of them earning higher with a degree field, with an occupation that applies to that degree versus non. So I think that's the cost-effective measure. That's the most common sense practice. That is why other nations have utilized that and have moved in that direction. We haven't. We're the odd man out.
1 second. Wah, appreciate it. Thank you for the member over on YouTube. Thank you for taking the time out to do that. The board's not working that well. I don't know why. But Wah, appreciate it. Thank you for the membership. Andreu, appreciate it. Hyundai partners with AI and robotics startups for humanoid welding robots, while driverless long-haul trucking is killing the middle class. That's actually the driverless trucking is actually scares me. It'd be super real. That's so many fucking jobs that are about to get destroyed if they allow it to happen. And it shouldn't. It's not like those jobs are going to be exported or could be exported. So like they should require that someone's in the fucking thing with them driving. I think that's like, it should be mandatory that there's required that there should be someone in the truck with them, period. So that we can maintain those jobs.
The truck's going to crash. Yeah. It's got to take somebody with it.
We should make it two.
That thing just decides to steer off a cliff. What the fuck's he gonna do? But no, man, I want to point out for the last couple decades, we've been shooting ourselves in the foot by attacking the education system and not putting individuals who are highly skilled in technical stuff. Because if we don't have the supply of people with educations in this country, those technology companies aren't going to move here because we don't
Right.
have anything
I
to
want
offer them. So
I want to make this.
it's going to get worse. Is my point.
Yeah, I want to make this really clear. We can have the most. So here's what China is doing: is that they are like not just China's doing this, but every country. They're ramping up access to education. Okay, and they're doing this for a very specific reason. They have 1.8 billion people in the country. They have an enormous pool of people to pull from. And just like statistical distribution, the more people you have across a given population, you're going to have more. You're going to have more intelligent people, right? You're going to have a larger pool of intelligent people to pull from. And if they're allowing everyone to go to school, that may be a doctor, maybe a fucking genius, maybe whatever, and ensuring that they get through school, get to class, whatever, and we're adding a barrier to those same people where they're like, oh, this is going to put you in incredible debt to go to school, then we as a society are not going to end up with better talent than any other country. We have to make sure they're getting to school. We have to make sure they can afford it. We have to make sure that they're taken care of, that this is given out as an option that's very easy, because we don't want the next person that's going to like revolutionize the world to be sitting at home working at a construction company because they can't afford it, because it's not a possibility for them. It should be very easy for people to go to school for that reason alone, for national security. We should be encouraging people to go to school, period.
Yeah,
It doesn't even
and-
cost us that much money.
Yeah, dude,
Go to hunting.
I completely agree with you. I think at that point though, it breaks down to specific schools, right? I would much rather, have individuals that go to Harvard, Stanford, MIT get no debt and have their college paid for than a 18-year-old kid that goes to ASU and joins a frat and has a degree in
Right, but
social media marketing or something. Like
right, but
there's a fine line.
that's just nitpicking at that point. That's just trying to find a reason to not support people going to college. I
No,
didn't go to
no.
fucking I didn't go to
Yeah.
Harvard. I didn't go to Harvard. I didn't go to fucking a major school like
And
that.
Harvard is the private institution where those frats exist, not the other way around.
And what's your problem with Arizona?
I don't have a problem with it. I mean, that's where I got my degree from. But to say that, yeah, I think if we're gonna give free education to the higher like education, I think that it cannot be for everybody. It's got to be for specific degrees and specific schools. I don't think that. I mean, what is a social media marketing like degree gonna do to advance this country? They're gonna go get a job at some I don't know, at some little like pop-up like company doing their Insta posting for their company. Like that's not gonna do anything. That's not gonna help. I mean, that's not going to help this country, or like as of what you say that it will. So yeah,
Okay, but allowing them to incur hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt throughout their lifetime is not going to help them out either. In fact, puts them at a greater disadvantage than would be eliminating student debt and allowing free higher public education. I'd say that's a net positive overall.
yeah. I mean, absolutely, it would be a positive if they had a guaranteed job coming out of college and could get a
No job
right?
is guaranteed, not even within trades. I don't know why you have this idea that I'm for everybody automatically getting a job. That's not realistic. It is weakening the likelihood of them having to suffer long term from financial costs from private education and those educational fees.
Yeah, but if we created more jobs into that market and looked into having it where it was possible for every single kid getting a degree to get a sub decent job coming out of college, then I would agree with you fully. But until we're at that point, that's when I don't think okay, we shouldn't have free education flooding the market for jobs of kids going to college because that's going to make it even harder for kids to get jobs then.
Then
If,
why should
if
we have free lower education?
like are you talking about like
Like
kindergarten
high
going
school.
to
Yeah, why should high school be free then?
yeah. So that's a whole nother. I've got a whole nother spiel on that one, but I don't think that our education system for high school, I mean K through 12, is doing a good job. I think it needs to be better. But I mean, you can pretty much get any job, whether it's a server to being, working at a bank, whatever, coming out of high school. Like, you don't have to have, a
But
degree.
you make less.
You do make less.
Sure, yeah. I mean, you can make good money being a server, absolutely, but it's sure.
Most people don't like to live on tips.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true. But
And the quality of never mind. But all right, I think this conversation has exhausted itself at this point. I don't know that I have anything else that I could say that would persuade you otherwise.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
I appreciate the conversations with you guys. I hope you guys have some good talks today, and I appreciate it.
All right, take care.
All right,
Yep.
take care. If you guys want to support the channel, there is a Venmo Cash App in the bio. You guys can send over corgis. Do we beat the goal? Do we beat the sub goal? I don't know what we reached. We are having a mini subathon, so if you guys want to sub, would appreciate it. Is that right?
Shake, shake, shake.
Oh, are we at 60 already?
That's corgis.
Oh, I guess we're at 60 already. So let's change it to that.
Nice. Reset the sub goal.
Nice, let's go. We hit 60.
Think we could do
Nice.
120?
Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat for that? That's nice. Also, if you guys want to, hey, appreciate it, Jail. But if you guys want to help with the sub goal over on TikTok and the coin goal, it does help us get out on the For You page. By the way, appreciate it. Panda, appreciate it. Thank you. Steve, appreciate it with the 10 gifted subs. Thank you. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat for Steve? Where is it?
Daddy, chill.
I don't know why this thing's not working that well.
Daddy, chill.
There we go.
It's not that loud.
Steve, appreciate it with the 10 gifted. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat? Steve, appreciate it. Thank
Pamela,
you.
thank you for the 25.
Thank you, Steve. Steve, appreciate it with the 10.
Somebody
Can we
asked
get
how
some
old
dubs?
the Earth is.
6,000
it's
years
more
old,
than-
according to the Bible.
I think it's a little more than 6,000 years. Yeah.
7?
I think this person's a troll. 6,001.
7?
Hello?
Okay, they're not connecting. If you're debating, go ahead and hop
She
onto the
died.
box. This other person has been in there, but I don't know that they're still in the request. I don't think they're in there. But if you guys want to hop in and debate, that'd be cool. Would appreciate it. A lot of people
Look at
crying
these
from the
folks.
comment section.
Yeah.
Oh, they're a Raiders fan. Thanks, Pam. You're awesome.
Yeah, they're not connecting.
What's wrong with the Raiders?
They're
Well,
not
besides
connecting.
everything. But
Yeah.
Besides
Moved to Vegas.
everything.
What's wrong with them?
Besides everything. Yeah, if you guys want to double tap the screen, comment, interact, help get some people in here, would appreciate it. Man, I just need to win the lotto. That's all we need. That's all we need. Just one. I just need
Yeah.
one lotto win in my life, you know? Just
I
one.
thought about playing it recently.
Yeah.
Trump said his next
Uh,
truth will be one of the most important and impactful I have ever issued. Enjoy. No, it won't be.
I
Whatever
can
it
assure
is,
you it
no.
won't be. Whatever. It's
It's gonna be Trump coin. or
Happy
he's selling
Mother's
parts
Day
of his
to
suit
all of
again.
you mother
You
haters. I know how
fuckheads.
much my dude loves. It's true. He loves
My douche.
my douche loves the mothers. It's true. So this is kind of his day if you think about it.
It's his Christmas, if you will.
Yeah. Steve, again, appreciate the 10 over there. Thank you. If you guys subbed over on Patreon, I can't see it, but I do appreciate it. But yeah, if you guys want to sub over on Patreon or YouTube or TikTok, would appreciate it. We're trying to keep the channel going while TikTok's going through all of its bullshit. So that's unfortunate, but hopefully by the end of the year we pop back off. That'd be good. That would be good. Anyway, anyone debating?
Yeah, come on in.
Anyone debating? Says the Bada.
Bada?
This is from a minute ago. I read it over here. Some guy called me a Bada because he couldn't spell beta. All right, we got a debate. We got this guy's back. The non-plumber telling
Oh.
me. Weird.
Oh, before he goes off, though,
The
I want a
1-1.
concession that apprentice plumbers don't make $75,000 a year.
Yeah,
I
they
looked
do.
it up.
In
I
Arizona.
looked it up, guy.
You can look whatever up you want, but when have you ever worked a day in your life? Like
Okay.
seriously,
Can you show me where
buddy,
they make
buddy, I,
75,000?
I want you to be really
Like-
quick. What do you do for work?
Me? I told you.
You.
Yeah, you.
I'm HVAC.
Get a real job.
That says the guy on TikTok because he couldn't make it in
Yeah.
construction. Come on, bro. I make
No, I made it
times
out of
probably more
construction.
than-
Oh no, I made it out of construction, bud.
Yeah, and you make probably $20K a year living with your mom.
Okay, you can think
He lives
whatever
with
you
your
want,
mom.
my guy.
It's
true. She's in the swing right now.
This is crazy. You kids on here talking shit about fucking Trump to try to panhandle shit is crazy.
Oh my god. Excuse me, sir. We're not selling shoes or Bibles or other bullshit watches or guitars. We are not your president. We don't panhandle. We actually work. So listen, if you would
call
like
this
to
work,
engage in a debate, excuse me, I don't care what you call it, all right? I really don't give a fuck what your thoughts are. At
I
all.
make
You
probably
don't work,
5
excuse
times
me,
the amount of money
excuse
that
me,
sitting in a chair
excuse
in
me,
front of a computer talking
excuse
to a bunch
me,
of people. If you don't matter.
excuse me, excuse me.
Your opinion means
You
zilch.
don't have a real
Why are you
job,
here?
okay? HVAC
Yeah.
is not a
I
real
don't
job.
have a real job.
I
That's
worked
funny.
a real job. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
I worked a real
Your
job.
AC
You
break.
should
Tell
go
that
try
guy
and
who
get
shows
one.
up he's not a real job.
Hey, yo, chin strap. Calm down, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
I know, it's so
Good
crazy.
boy.
Really quick, do you watch the news?
Yeah. China just made a trade
What
deal.
are
with
they
Trump.
what are they what are they
They
who
did
do
not
you
make a
watch?
trade deal.
Yeah, they did.
Really quick, who do
No,
you
they didn't.
watch? Who do you
Oh,
watch?
they did.
Who do you
I don't-
watch?
I don't watch mainstream media. Like I would if I did probably.
Who do you
Fox.
watch? Okay, who do you watch that's non-mainstream?
I just go online and look. It doesn't like I don't have a specific outlet.
I've asked you for just really
just
like Charlie
search the news,
Kirk, Ben
see what's going
Shapiro.
on.
Who?
The truth is
Charlie
usually
Kirk?
somewhere in the middle because the left will say, "Oh, this,
Charlie,
that, and the third."
Charlie,
The right
Ben
will be on
Shapiro.
the
Who do you listen to?
I don't listen to anybody.
Where do you get your news from?
I just told you.
Just random people
I don't
online?
have like a specific outlet that I have to go to. Like
I don't
it's
need
not
that specific. Can you name like 5 people that you've listened to in the last fucking month? I don't know why this is difficult.
I don't listen to anyone. It's not like I go, "Oh, let me."
Then
go
how the fuck?
podcast this out, bro? I have a life. I have a job. I have children. Like I
Then
don't,
how the
I don't
fuck-
have
so you
time to
don't-
sit in a chair and talk politics like you do.
That's fine. I literally do this for work. I don't know why you're not
It's not
understanding
work,
that.
bro. You
The
realize
point
that.
is,
It's not
I don't know why. Listen, excuse me. You can say whatever you want. That's fine. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You're telling me, hold on, listen. You're telling me not to do this because it's not a job. But I'm willing to bet when Charlie Kirk or Ben Shapiro or Jordan Peterson or any other of the people that you were thinking and wouldn't name come up on your fucking page, you don't ever have the thought like, why don't they get a real job? Do you?
Actually,
No.
that's
Why don't you
exactly
go
what I-
ahead and manage your own fucking stuff?
you're-
You work a weak ass construction job where you don't get your
comparing
fucking
yourself to
hands dirty
Charlie
or do
Kirk?
much of literally everything. Excuse me. You don't. Oh my God, you're gonna dick ride him now? That's fucking crazy. He's
You're
never gonna have
comparing
your
yourself
kids.
to a multi-million-dollar media company.
Wait, but what is
He
what
does
we
the
do any
same
different from what
thing
he does?
I
So are you
do.
serious? So okay. So
What
let's
does
put it
he
in
really
perspective.
quick? What does
Hold
he
on, let's
do
put
that?
it in
Hold on, no, not
Yeah.
perspective, not perspective.
Yeah,
What does
yeah.
he do different than
Sitting
I
in your
do,
mom's basement on a laptop is not the
Buddy.
same
buddy?
as a multi-million-dollar company.
I'm asking you a simple question. What does he do that's quantifiably different? I don't give a fuck about you going out there and like using your fucking ad hominems or whatever you want to do. You fucking work a weak construction job. You pick the pussiest one out of all of them. I worked fucking construction. I dug fucking ditches. I've been in 18-foot fucking holes. I fucking done it all.
Good
Nothing
man.
you say is gonna fucking affect me. I'm asking you simply, what is the difference between what I do and what Charlie Kirk does?
Okay, so for one, let's go charity route. Do you donate or do advocate or do anything for anyone else besides yourself?
Yes. Now I'm asking
No.
you once again.
No.
Can you tell me? I absolutely
I just
have.
did.
Yes,
I
I
just
absolutely
named
have done
one
fun.
thing.
I absolutely have done fundraisers in here. Thanks. Can you tell me something that he does as a job?
Are you serious?
Shut the fuck up. You are a bitch. I don't care
Well,
if the live comes down.
okay.
You literally can't listen. Go fucking work your bullshit job. Can you answer the fucking question? It's a simple fucking question. And
crashing
I know
out.
you're fucking brain dead. He's crashing out. I'm crashing out because he's fucking annoying. Can you tell me a single thing?
Hey, so
Hey,
I'll go
I
ahead
sent
and
a
plug this
request
right
to
now,
turn
man.
your camera on. Can you show us what's under the hat?
Oh, I'm bald as fuck. I don't give a fuck.
So, hey, bud, if you're really interested in helping, I actually
I-
run a charity in southern Arizona. Twice a year, I go down and I help the houseless in southern Arizona. You can in my
Yeah,
Cash
donating
App.
time is not
Hey,
the
shut the
same as
fuck up.
donating money.
In the Cash App, I have an
up.
Amazon wish link.
Lord.
It's you can send me socks and underwear and feminine products to help the houseless
He
people
ran.
in southern Arizona. Oh, he ran. Never mind.
Of course he fucking
He doesn't care
ran.
about charity.
It's like they all like. I just asked a simple thing. Like Charlie Kirk gets paid millions of fucking dollars from fucking billionaires. That's why he exists. I don't have backing of billionaires. I've done this all on my own, and I'm pretty content with it. Fucking crazy to me. These fucking guys are just like, you get a real job. You get a fucking real job. You work in fucking HVAC. The fuck? You're gonna sit over here and be like, you couldn't hack it in construction. No, I got out
Oh,
of
this
construction.
This guy's fucking worst.
Hello,
3 minutes tops before it crashes.
What up?
Maverick.
What
What are we
up?
debating?
Shit, I don't know, man. I don't know. What's on your mind, pimpin'?
How much have you had to drink today?
Does it matter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm almost in my gallon of water today. I'm slacking, but I'm almost there.
No alcohol?
I don't drink. I quit drinking when I turned 21.
Oh, wait, you quit at 21?
Yeah.
When did you start?
Like middle school. It's no fun after 21.
All right,
No, there's
off to a great
listen.
start. aren't
I do you know? Actually, here's
Yeah,
the thing.
breaking
I
the
drank
law.
for 11 years. I drank for 11 years. You know what happened, right? I turned
Drink for
12.
11 more.
Anyway, are you debating?
Jesus.
What?
you? Right over your head.
Are you debating?
Yeah, I missed it.
Oh, I said I didn't drink for 11 years. Would you like to know what happened? I turned 12.
No, I was
Started
trying.
drinking when my mom laced my bottles.
I didn't hear what you said at the end, but okay.
Really quick, Yum, appreciated. Thank you for the $2. The last caller's problem with school was the price, pretty much. Which, by the way, is more expensive because it's not government funded. Trump failed. Appreciated. As a framer, HVAC guys are assembly liners. Yeah. Let's be real. Like, it's good. You had a good
Big metal
job,
all
whatever.
day,
You make
yeah.
a pretty decent amount of money. I don't. And Drew, appreciate it. This guy is jealous of your fabulous hair, Tommy. He's covering up his receding hairline with a hat. Drew, appreciate it. Thank you. Yum, appreciate it. Trump failed. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Anyways, are you debating?
Yeah, you know what's funny about that, right? It's
Me?
like there's an old saying that
No.
people who have bald spots can grow facial hair. People who don't have bald spots can't grow facial hair. It
Who
makes
says
sense.
that?
I've never heard that, man.
You never heard of
I don't
that?
know. Maybe it's true.
No?
But it's pretty true though.
I got a full head of hair, but like I can grow facial hair. It does get kind of patchy, but
I have
Exactly.
both.
That's what I'm saying. You can't grow it thick.
I have a
Thick.
thick beard.
Oh.
Anyway,
Okay.
are you debating?
I'm good. No, I asked you what was on your mind, and apparently it's about me underage drinking.
How do
but
you feel about habeas corpus?
No, I have.
How do I feel
I mean,
about it?
I have. This is the English in
Have
me.
you heard of it?
I've heard of
Newer.
it.
What are your thoughts on it?
Not much thoughts. I mean, we did it in World War II, right?
Did what exactly?
The habeas corpus or whatever. It happened in it was implemented in World War II.
Was it good?
I don't know. I don't hear anything bad about it.
Are you against it or for habeas corpus? Because we
again,
went against habeas corpus during World War II.
No, it happened during World War II. So I'm
I
asking,
know. We violated
Exactly.
habeas
So-
corpus.
was it good or bad then?
It was bad. Internment camps were bad.
Oh, the internment camps that the Democrats did. Okay.
Which you're against, right? Then you should be equally opposed when Republicans do it.
No, it's just crazy that the Democrats did it, and they're supposed to be like the
Okay, it's
non-racist.
the principle. It is the principle of it, not which party. Are you or are you not for habeas corpus?
So this is on illegals,
Can you
right?
answer that?
I am. So it's on illegal immigrants, right?
It's U.S. citizens as well.
U.S.
People who are here
citizens.
legally. Yes, legal residents are affected by this.
So that happened during the internment camps.
I'll just ask you, yes, but I'll just ask you, yes.
I didn't hear
Yes.
about that one.
Yes, there are
Let's
some
look
prominent
at the
celebrities who were involved in those.
Let's look that at the
Citizens.
history books.
But, yeah, well, if you read, you'd find them. But are you or are you for or against? Are you or are you for or against habeas corpus?
But I don't think it'll happen, so I'll be against it.
It's not a matter of if it would happen. You're against habeas corpus?
Yeah, I'll say I wouldn't be for it.
What is habeas corpus?
Oh boy, didn't we go into the Latin definition for you?
No,
Is that
you can
it?
use the English definition
You think
or
you
the
think
legal
you,
principle.
you think
how it's
you
defined in the
outsmart
courts.
somebody because I'm a country kick that you think I just fucking drink all day?
All right,
just
well,
important you
yes,
know what
but
it is.
just
Is that it?
asking you. I'm just asking. I didn't make an accusation of your knowledge.
But
Well,
you
at
already
this point, I
did,
probably
though.
could. No, I didn't.
You already
Would
did.
you like a hug?
I just asked if you knew what
I
habeas
do.
corpus was.
I like a mouth hug.
No thanks. You got to pay extra for that. What is habeas corpus? You're against it, supposedly.
Just say you don't know. We can further the conversation, please.
So the word means the body, right?
It's one of it.
Oh yeah.
I am.
That's the Latin. That means that's the Latin term for it, right?
It means you
Let me
have a
guess.
body.
Then let me guess.
It's a
Yeah.
legal principle.
Yo, yeah. Like everybody keeps talking about what's that? What due process?
He's trying
There
to
you
learn from
go.
the chat
It
right now.
ensures
Yeah.
that individuals cannot be unlawfully
Wait. Somebody
detained.
said that in the chat. Hold on. Let me scroll through
There
it.
you go. Oh, they can read.
No, I'm asking. Did somebody say that in the chat?
Maybe.
No, I don't see it. No, I don't
Okay.
see it in the
Well,
chat.
I'm telling it to you. You
Got
don't
it.
need to search.
Oh, okay. So I was right. Okay, continue.
So you had a guess. You didn't know what it was.
But I guess right though, right?
You didn't know what it was.
But I
Guessing
guess
and knowing
right
are two
though,
different
right?
things.
But I
Guessing
guess
and
right.
knowing
It's okay.
are
Hey
two
man,
different
it's okay.
things.
You can say yes, you were right. Move on. Thank
Then
you.
can you say what it is?
I just said what it is. Like fuck. Do you need some Q-tips? Like, you need to get the hair out of your ears or something? What's
Do you need a
this?
That's not what it
sobriety
means,
test?
dude.
No, I just told you I don't fucking drink.
All right.
Jeez,
So
please.
you're for doing away with habeas corpus, per your previous answer, and I want to know why.
I said I'm not for it.
You did say you were against it.
Yeah, yeah. I said I'm not for it.
Not for it would mean against. You know how synonyms work?
Yeah, exactly.
So you're against habeas
No, I know how
corpus.
nutmegs work, though.
Okay. Had a nutmeg. What do you say?
He
Anyways,
said, "Do you know how
why are you
synonyms
opposed
work?"
to
And I
habeas
said,
corpus?
"No, but I know how nutmeg works."
Well, I
Cinnamon, never
believe
mind,
it.
whatever.
I got it.
Okay. Okay.
Fucking trying over here.
Mm.
This be so much easier to just ask questions.
Hello, how you
I am
doing?
asking.
So keep
No,
keep
not
going.
you,
Like I
man.
thought you were speaking.
Why?
so
I
keep
just
going.
asked,
Like-
why are you against habeas corpus?
I don't know. Tell me why I'm against it. You know
I'm asking
everything.
you!
Okay, why are you yelling?
Because this is like talking to a
Jeez
fucking rotting
Louise.
jack-o'-lantern at this point.
I'm letting you have the ground to talk. Fucking talk.
I'm asking
Jeez
you. I
Louise.
can't say anymore without the
Keep
proper
going,
answers that I
land
need.
your fucking plane. Stop playing.
I
21
have to
questions
ask
like
you
wanna
a
fuck or
question.
something. Just
I have
say
to
what you're
ask
trying to get
questions
to.
before I make my point.
I get
have
it.
to
You like to
understand.
play 21
Excuse
questions
me.
before
You
you
couldn't
fuck.
count to 21 if your
Just
fucking life
say
depended on
what
it.
you're
Now, if
trying
you
to
can
do.
answer, I want to know
Go
why
through
you're
with
against
it.
habeas corpus.
Land your plane. Land
Okay,
your
tell me
plane.
why you're against habeas corpus.
Land your fucking plane. Because
Tell
it's
me
a
why
Latin
you're
word.
against habeas
Because it's a
corpus.
Latin word. It's because it's a Latin phrase. There you go.
Okay, we use Latin terms throughout our legal system all the time.
Okay, keep going.
Mens
Land your
rea.
plane.
Okay, I already explained it. It's the right to due process.
Okay.
You cannot be unlawfully detained. You're for getting rid of that provision, that legal principle, and I'm asking why.
For illegals, yeah. But keep going.
Doesn't apply to illegals. This applies
Oh,
to
so-
everyone in the United States.
Now you better be on your good boy behavior then, huh?
All right, you may fuck off. That's about enough.
I think you made it 5 minutes.
No, I did pretty
I
good.
think you made it 5
No.
minutes.
I did
I was-
say 3 minutes. Though.
Silence.
Just land his mic.
Shut up.
Yeah, he doesn't
I think
like
he
that
said
much
5
movement,
minutes. That
apparently.
was a completely wasteful conversation. We just did not get
Yeah.
anywhere with that.
Well, good evening, gentlemen.
Oh, Alfred Hitchcock.
No, it's Jet Set Willie.
Hey, what's up?
I'm good. MAGA is a fascist movement. I mean, I'm literally coming in impartially. I don't think it's a fascist movement, but I would agree in the sense that what created the Nazi movement, the fascist movement that we all refer to in our minds as the German opposition was from a place of misrepresented people after the First World War, and then there was this creation of this this guy who should not be part of the political spectrum, like, came in and upset everybody. I don't think Donald Trump's Hitler, but at the same time, it's like, I think inside our own institutions of what's right and wrong is where the problem lies. And so I think the biggest problem now is not MAGA being a fascist movement. It's like I've come up with my own terminology for what is the equivalency for the fascist movement, and everybody, even people who voted for Hitler, thought they were doing the right thing at the time, under duress, should we say. But I would say there's a new term that I've come up with in my own head, and it's like, we're in an age of the labelist. And, like, forget about the fascists. People who are labelists, people who, like, want to label everything and put them in little premeditated shoe boxes, is very dangerous.
Labelist.
Are you done?
Wait, put
Yep.
MAGA in? No, to call them fascist? I don't think to call them fascist is dangerous. Did I misunderstand what you're saying?
To your original point, you do not have to be Hitler to be a fascist. Donald Trump is Donald Trump. Donald Trump has removed rights for a variety of different people on varieties of walks of life. He's rolled back rights for immigrants. He's rolled back rights for women. He's rolled back rights for the disabled, rolled back rights for people of marginalized communities and people of color. He has used our justice system and our military to set forth a path of unitary vision that sidesteps checks and balances, that sidesteps the courts, that ignores court rulings, that ignores the lower courts, that ignores the Congress. His idea is of a totalitarian government. That's why he's talking about being president for life, or at least exceeding a third term or what have you. He does not believe in following our rules and regulations. It is actively undermining and challenging them as we speak, such as the 14th Amendment, such as due process, such as habeas corpus. The list goes on. This is not an overnight thing. Fascism doesn't happen in a day. He's what, 5 months in? But this is the fascist drift that we're seeing, is the removal of checks and balances, this is the disdain and the disregard for the rule of law. And that's what he embodies. It's why he freed his very violent supporters that engage in just that, anti-democratic, unconstitutional practices of an insurrection. So yes, that is a fascistic tendency. That's fascistic behavior. He uses fascistic language, calling people vermin and animals and dehumanizing them, sending them off to camps, war camps and prisons where more likely than not they'll be subjected to some detrimental torture. So, I mean, if put it in a vacuum, this is definitely in line with fascist behavior.
That is a typical labelist response.
Shut the fuck
Oh
up.
my guy.
Did you hear
So, hey,
anything
man,
I
we-
said? What the
No,
fuck
no,
is
no.
I
labelist?
literally heard it.
What is labelist? I
1,000
broke down the
times.
reasons why.
No,
And you're
I've
just saying
heard
it's
the
labelist?
sound.
If the fucking boot fits,
I've heard your response a million times without even hearing your response.
then you didn't listen.
No. We've listened
So,
a million
hey, man.
times.
Okay, you
It's
didn't
a-
listen to me. You presupposed what my
No.
argument was because you were busy
All you
listening to
said
everybody
was
else saying it. You
labelist
didn't hear what I
response.
said. Do you even go to this fucking country?
What is
Listen,
your
Hagrid,
real
do you even live in the
response?
United States? Do you even know
Who
what
are
fascism
you?
is?
Who are you?
Hagrid,
Because
what is fascism?
no, you're playing a game where you just say
Yeah, you're
a
calling me
very good
labelist.
version.
Is that not a label?
You say you're the yes, absolutely. We're
Are you
playing the
not
same
putting us
game.
in boxes?
It's an ironic response to what
It's
you
a
do.
non-response. You did not
It's
answer for
no,
any
no,
of the
no.
points that I
It
laid
is a
out for you.
very specific response to the tricks you play to make
What
your
was the
argument.
trick?
Every single thing
Literally
you
explained
said.
himself.
Break down
As
one of the points that I
refined
listed.
no, don't get me wrong.
Excuse me. Break down one of the points that I listed.
Your refined response to every single thing is the reiteration of everything we've been taught.
Bitch,
To
what in the fuck are you going on about? I'm giving you pointed, direct, specific instances that fall in line with fascism, and your response is it's labelist, whatever the fuck that means. You're not actually engaging in the points that I gave you. You're not giving a substantive critique. You're not even responding or laying out what I said that you disagreed with. The fuck are you going on about? Jesus Christ, fucking beans on toast in the morning is really sitting well with you, isn't it?
Lay off the meat pies. Yeah, that was a weird response.
Pisses me off because I spent that time breaking down everything wrong with this fucking
Yes.
administration. He ignored it.
It's a historical reference to why it's a fascist movement in America, and he's just like, no, you're a labelist. Disregarding the fact that, you know, Spanish fascism in Spain was different than it was in Germany, was different than it was in Italy, it's different than it is in Saudi Arabia. It's going to be different in America. This is going to be American fascism. A different form of fascism, but fascism nonetheless. It's a box we should put it in because the tenets themselves remain the same.
He can unmute whenever he wants. I'm just
Yeah, I
annoyed.
don't think he's figured it out yet.
Oh, man.
All right, I've only made
Shit.
I didn't realize you did it. I wasn't looking at my phone. No, don't bring the Spanish Civil War into it because, like, the fascists.
No. Don't pick up on Josh's point. Respond to any of the points that I listed about this
I
administration being
literally did
fascist.
that for the last fucking 2 minutes, and it turned out I was muted. So
You're on mute.
It's not 2
So
minutes.
repeat yourself.
Go ahead.
No,
Which of the
like,
points do you disagree with?
what point would you like me to disagree with?
Okay. Removing due process.
Yeah, I wasn't listening. I wasn't here when you were talking about it.
Get the fuck out!
Oh my.
Is that a troll? Did you set me up,
know.
Tommy?
Tommy Cash App Timmy come in.
Nope.
I deserve back pay for that. Hazard pay.
Kai, what's up?
Not much. I'm just sitting here listening to you guys and not really happy with the way Jaden is constantly telling people what they think, what they feel. The words
Oh,
don't
yeah.
say.
Shut the fuck up. ACAB
but-
means tone
but
police
as far
too.
as-
How did I
fucker.
tell someone what to
But as far
feel?
as camps go,
Yo,
you know,
no, Kai, how did I tell someone what to feel?
well, you said he wasn't listening. You don't know if he's not listening.
He said he wasn't listening. You're not listening because he literally said
no.
that at the very
He said
fucking
that-
end,
he
you
said that
dumb
later.
fucking dumb fuck.
Oh my gosh, calm down.
No.
See, you can't even be
That's
a
what
reasonable
fucking
person.
annoys me is that you don't fucking listen to what I have to
You
say.
can't even
Maybe
be
it's
a
because
reasonable
I'm
person.
of a superior intelligence to you.
Oh
Maybe
my
it's because
goodness.
I'm black. Maybe
You and
it's
your
both. But
unearned
you
moral
hear me
superiority.
speaking and it
You
goes
and your
into one
unearned
ear
moral
and
superiority.
out the other with nothing in between to register
You know,
it. And you
whatever.
think
You
somehow
and your
I'm
unearned
saying
moral-
something
you're so
untoward
narcissistic.
or
Listen to you
unbecoming.
talk
Shut up, Kai. Damn. I said exactly what I said and you fucking sidestepped it and proved my point. He wasn't
No,
listening
you're-
and
you're
neither were you.
narcissistic. You were so
That's not
narcissistic.
narcissistic. You weren't listening, not
I am
me.
so superior to you. Boo-hoo.
Yes,
Kai,
I am.
Kai, you're muted. Kai, he literally said on the way out that he wasn't listening. That's what we were laughing
Okay.
about.
Now, what I'm going to say is you guys are against these camps,
Wait,
right?
Did you hear what I just said about?
Do you hear that?
Kai, did you hear what I just said?
Yeah, you said that he said he wasn't listening on his way out, which I was in the process of doing something real quick.
Of course you were. You said that I was telling people
Okay.
what to think.
You
He
were
was
telling
very
him
clearly
that
not
he was-
listening to any
he
point
was
that I
doing
gave.
this,
And
he
neither
was
are you.
thinking
You're
that
still
the guy right
fucking
before
talking
him
over
did the
me.
Same thing.
You're still talking over me. I responded point for point. Everything that he laid out, gave him a very calm and collected response to that, and he ignored it all and called it labelist. And
Okay,
you're
are you going to
defending
answer
that.
my question?
What question?
Do you think concentration camps are bad?
Of course concentration camps are bad.
Okay, would re-education camps fall in that category?
Yes.
Okay, then why do the Democrats think that MAGA needs to be put in re-education camps?
Who is publicly supporting that idea?
It was said by several people back.
Who is
well,
publicly
on
supporting that
TikTok.
idea? I'm not listening.
Actually,
TikTok
no,
is
said
not
by
the
it
government.
was
one
a senator
person.
that said it, and AOC backed it up.
Who? When?
Whatever, dude.
AOC didn't back it up. I already know what you're talking about.
You're
You're
making
wrong.
shit up.
Well, if you know what I'm talking about, then who said it?
You tell me. Give me a quote.
I thought you were supposed to know. It wasn't AOC.
Well, AOC backed it up.
By the way, we were
When?
against her. By the way, no, she didn't.
Backed who up?
You don't even know who said it.
I just saw the statement where she backed it up. That's all.
When and where?
Whatever.
Who set the
Oh,
initial
it's-
statement?
I read it like 6 months ago. Don't expect me to
God
remember.
fucking
everything.
damn.
So you know about it.
Course you
so
did.
You know what was said.
No.
I
It
don't.
wasn't AOC that was involved. But even more so, Bud, the only person that's actually setting up camps are Republicans. They're already setting up
really?
camps in Texas.
Yep.
Yes.
So
In Libya
you know,
right
Obama
now.
didn't set up any camps for migrants to be held in.
No.
Obama didn't set up camps. We had processing
Well, he did-
centers. We
Yeah,
didn't have
well,
a place
call-
we sent
call 'em what
migrants
you
just to
want.
go
Call 'em
as
what you want.
criminals.
He put people in cages.
Call what
until
we
they were
want. In
processed
what?
And went through whatever due
Listen,
process.
listen,
whatever.
listen. You stop. You're in support of that. You don't get to say your side did this.
I'm talking about
therefore,
the
we're
hypocrisy of
hold
what
on.
you're saying.
Hold on. I'm talking really quick. I'm not hypocrisy on anything, because you're not even making a categorical difference in distinction of what happened. You're simply saying these two things happened. They're exactly the same. They're not. It's a false equivalency. But you don't know enough about what actually happened under the Obama administration. And for starters, we did criticize him for the stuff that he was doing. You're supporting it. So you don't get to go, well, you guys did it too, therefore we can do it. That's not how it works. Like, oh, remember when your parents used to say that? Would you jump off a bridge if your friends did? It's bad. If it's either bad or it's good, it can't be both.
Well,
But
you
you're
know,
trying
I'm
to
really
make a
tired of
distinction about what
you
Obama
guys' moral
did, and Obama
superiority.
did not
I
do
sit
what
there and
Trump
listen to
did.
you
You
guys.
stop talking.
Obama did
I
not
sit
do what
there-
Trump did.
I sit there and listen to you chastise the guy about his
You
job.
didn't listen.
Yeah, you were talking about his HVAC and it not being a real
Why
job.
did I do that?
He did that.
Why did I do that?
Context, my guy. Context.
Why did he do
You talking
that?
about the guy
Why,
who came
why
in
did
here
I do
lying
that?
about being a plumber? On how much a
Why
plumber
did I do
makes?
that?
The first thing he said was a lie.
Yes. Right. Why did I do that, maybe? Why did I say his job's not important?
Because you're got unearned moral superiority complex.
No. No, he does. It's because if he can come in here and literally say that he just views my job as not being valuable, then I can say it about his. If we're selecting what jobs are valuable and what jobs are not, I can say his isn't valuable. Right? I can just determine, I can predetermine it. And that's the point, is that he was trying to say that my job wasn't valuable. So I just did the same thing. I don't view his job as valuable. Just to prove that there's no way, if, ands, or buts, he can talk himself out of it. I don't think his job has value. So that he understands the point. And the point is, labor is important. The point is that him undermining jobs just because he wants a superiority in it doesn't work.
Well, it is whatever, however you see it. I'm not going to argue with you because I don't want to stoop to your level.
You don't even know what he
I'll
said.
beat
Stoop to my level
You
about
can't
what?
stoop to his level because you don't know what was just said.
I do know what was just said.
And what was
He
said?
just he justified what he did.
No,
by,
why did he do that? Why did he justify it?
Why did he justify it? Because his
Yeah.
feelings were hurt.
No, see, you're not fucking listening again. The strike two.
Holy smokes. Hey man, do you think labor is valuable?
Hey, Jaden, I'd be cussing you out.
I
Guys,
didn't
guys,
fucking
guys,
say
guys,
shit.
this-
Josh
this is-
asked
this
you a
is Tic Tac.
question.
This is Tic Tac. Do you think labor is valuable?
Yeah, I do. I think labor is very valuable. I
Right.
think every job is
So
valuable.
HVAC labor is valuable as valuable as an entertainment.
I actually think it's more valuable because it keeps our infrastructure going.
Okay, cool. So that's the point. Tommy was literally making that point. He was devaluing Tommy's labor as an entertainment, as a news person. Tommy was devaluing his to make a point. You completely missed that, though.
Well, it's whatever your narrative is. I get it.
He's not tracking, man. I just fundamentally don't think he has the smarts for this conversation.
No, you fundamentally know that I don't want to follow your narcissistic narrative.
Because it's not narcissism, my guy.
No
you
one
sit
here
there and
has
you laid out all
narcissism.
your opinions like they were facts earlier about what the government.
were.
Okay, would you say?
they are.
Okay, let me explain to you narcissism really quick. Do you think that a narcissist has ever admits that they're wrong?
Well, he never admitted he was wrong.
I'm just asking you. Do narcissists never admit that they're wrong? Generally
For
speaking.
the most part, unless they're put in a corner.
Cool. I admit I'm wrong all the time. Can you tell me a time Trump has admitted he was wrong?
Yes.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
He said that he could have done things a lot different in his first term, and he wished that he would have been able to do it a better job. And now that he's looked at things and weighed things out, that he's going to do better for the people.
That's not a wrongdoing.
When
Well,
did he
that's
say
him
that?
saying that was him saying I could have done better. So that's him admitting that he was wrong and that he could have done better.
When did he say
It doesn't
that?
establish wrongdoing.
When did he say that?
He said that when he was rerunning. He says I feel like I could have done much more. I didn't realize what I had in my hands, and I think I can do a lot more this second time around.
So what did he admit to doing wrong?
He just said that he could have done things differently.
Such as?
Right, but that's not admitting
He
you're
didn't go into
wrong.
details.
Can you
But
can't
I'm
think of
pulling
another
for
time
what
he's
he's doing
admitted he
with
was
the
wrong?
tariffs and everything. And to be honest with you, I don't think that people that are here illegally
So
should.
he's
deserve due process.
never. So he doesn't know.
There's a categorical difference between saying that could have gone better and we fucked up.
And
Okay,
also,
and-
you're saying people don't deserve due process. People deserve
If
due
they're
process.
here
That's what
illegally.
our Constitution says. No, our Constitution says everyone gets due process.
Yeah, and the
That's
Constitution
what our
for the people of
Constitution
America,
says.
United States of America.
Yes, residents are in America.
Yep. Not illegal.
It's not just.
It
it's
does
for-
not
no,
specify
it's not just.
legal.
It's also people in the United States. It's all persons. The Constitution does not make a distinction about that, and the Supreme Court said Kilmar needs to come back. So any argument that you could make about this, you're just factually fucking wrong. And the Supreme Court
Oh, okay.
disagrees with you. The Supreme Court determines what the law is. The Supreme Court has ruled against Trump in this regard, and you're still arguing with them.
You probably think squatters have rights too.
What the fuck? Is this even real?
It's
Can
no
you address
even
what I just
remotely
fucking
related.
said?
It's no different. You probably think squatters have rights too.
I mean, no, I don't want Trump in the White House. I don't want squatters in the White House, definitely. So can you answer what
Okay.
the fuck I just
Trump's
said?
not a squatter. He was elected.
Yeah, he is. He's a squatter. Yeah, no, he's a squatter in Mar-a-Lago. He can't reside there legally, and he does.
And where do you get your information for this?
Yeah, that was signed over in the deed from, I think it was 1992 or 2002. He can't live on that property. It can't be a personal residence. So he's squatting
because it's
there.
a business?
He's illegally living there.
Because it's a business.
No, because it's a historical landmark.
Okay.
He
And how do
legally
you know
cannot live there. Because it says it on the fucking deed.
Then why aren't they going after him for that?
Because he's the fucking president doesn't mean he's not fucking squatting
Well,
there.
before that, why didn't they go after? They went after him for everything they could find. So why didn't they go after him for that?
Because that would be a Florida thing, and obviously it's ran by DeSantis. But the question is he squatting? And the answer is yes. Palm County would have to go after him, and they haven't.
Okay, but why hasn't federally? Why haven't they went after?
Because it's a state issue.
Because it's the deed has to do with state stuff.
Okay, so why aren't you petitioning for this to happen?
I'm so fucking confused. What does this have to do with anything? I don't have to make any or do
Well, you
anything
said you're crying
or
about it. Why
fucking
don't you do
nothing.
something?
You see,
I'm
because he
literally
didn't have an
pointing out
answer
that
for
he's
the
a
due
squatter.
process argument, so that's why he deflected over to squatting.
I already said something about due process. I don't think that
No, you
people
didn't.
here that are here illegally.
Okay, you don't. No.
It doesn't matter what you think,
It's
Bumpy.
not that you don't. No. It's not that
The
you
right
don't
to
think.
American.
It's that you disagree. Hold on. It's not that you don't think. It's that you don't. You're in opposition to the Constitution. That's what it is.
in
It has nothing to do with I
people
don't think.
that do not
No,
fall into
there is no
American-
thinking. There is only one determination by this
Constitution
from the
applies to
Supreme
citizens.
Court. There is only and the Supreme Court said it applies to everyone. Period. There is no discussion on this. If you disagree with that, it's not I think this way. No, I do not believe in the Constitution of the United States. That's what you're saying. I do not
That's not
agree
what I'm
with the
saying.
Constitution of the
You're
United
gaslighting
States.
my
That
words.
is what you're saying. It's not
gaslighting my
gaslighting. The Supreme
Yes, it is.
it's not
You're telling me
gaslighting.
what I'm
The
saying.
Supreme
You're
Court,
telling
you
me
don't
what
even
I'm
know
saying.
what
That's not what I'm
gaslighting
saying.
is.
You're gaslighting
No,
me.
I'm telling you what the effective belief that you are portraying is. The Supreme
No,
Court has said
that's not what I
that he
believe.
deserves due process. The Supreme Court has said that you are wrong. The Supreme Court determines what the Constitution says. By proxy, if you disagree with that determination, you do not agree with the Constitution. This is not a matter where we're talking about some policy decision or some sort of vague ambiguity within the Constitution that we can have a disagreement about. This has to do with whether or not you stand for and believe the fundamental beliefs within the Constitution, which is due process. And the fact that you are only willing to give them, this is what I find most fascinating, is they think it's a God-given right. And then they turn around and say, but only for citizens. Is it a God-given right or is it for citizens? It can't be both. You are in opposition to the Constitution. You are in opposition to the most
God-given right to
basic
citizens.
principle that our founding fathers were for, which is due process. You stand in opposition to that. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. It's not a gaslight. You just hate the fucking Constitution.
No, I don't.
And do rights come from God or the Constitution?
The due rights they talk about in the Constitution, but it doesn't apply to people that aren't citizens.
Except that it does.
Wait. Where are you
14th
getting
Amendment.
that it
You
doesn't
want me to
apply to
read
people that
cases?
are citizens? Can you please no? Can you please show me
Yeah.
where it doesn't apply to people that are not citizens? Please find me where it says that in the Constitution. I'm done with this bullshit game of you want to say what
Okay.
you think it feels like. That's not
Okay,
what it is.
can you-
Show me where it
can you
says in the
show me in the
Constitution that it
Constitution
only
where it
has to
says
do with
democracy
citizens.
then?
Show me where it's. What the fuck are you talking about? Just show me in the fucking Constitution where it shows the. What the fuck are you even talking about? Show me in the Constitution where it
I'm
says
having
due
fun
process does
watching
not
you
apply to
get frustrated.
non-citizens.
I'm
You're
having fun
fucking
watching you
stupid,
get frustrated.
bro.
No,
I
you're
know.
stupid.
Idiocy
Listen,
must be
listen, Kai. You are so painfully stupid that you are causing other people in this live physical irritation,
And
physical
on
pain.
Mother's Day.
And on Mother's Day, what the?
You're just so caught up in your narrative.
Are you
You're
there?
getting frustrated.
I don't care.
Support your narrative. There he goes.
We do not care.
Brandon, appreciate it. Thank you, Brandon, for the 20. Appreciate it, Brandon. Paid to kick. Send him to Alcatraz. I can't listen to this nonsense any longer. Brandon, appreciate it. Thank you. Can we get some dubs and drumsticks in the chat? Tori Polisi in Alcatraz now. It's crazy. I moved
Drew,
across the
thank you for the
country from
25.
Jersey to operate Alcatraz. Steve,
We haven't
appreciate
seen
it. Thank
Tony.
you for the 5. The caller is misrepresenting what Trump said. He said he could have done better if it weren't for Democrats and rhinos stopping him. I know, he never takes any fucking accountability. Donald Trump never does, period. Steve, appreciate it. Thank you for the 5. Drew, appreciate it for the 10. Fascism relies on something called class collaboration, social and economic hierarchies, the belief that one's labor is devalued because one doesn't view it as valuable. Exactly. That these social hierarchies, that these economic hierarchies are necessary for society to exist and should be reinforced. That you should have poor people, you should have incredibly wealthy, and you should have middle class. And that without those hierarchies, that, you know, society would collapse. And basically it's a way for them to advocate for corporate interests. But Brandon, Steve, and Drew, appreciate it. Thank you guys. It's just fucking irritating. They're like, well, this is what, they just fucking make shit up. They're like, I think, doesn't matter what the fuck you think. It'd be like saying, I think that separation, I think that separate but equal, I think that that's okay. It's like, what the fuck? That's not, Supreme Court determines what that is. If you were debating hop in the box, please don't be stupid.
It's a hard ask.
Good Lord. I believe the Supreme Court was wrong about Brown v. Board of Education. So you hate the Constitution.
Nope.
Or you're racist, either one. Brown, what's up? What's going on? Did you know you joined?
Yeah, it's probably an accident.
All right. We got another person in the box. Clockwork. Brandon, Stephen, Drew, appreciate it. Thank you. If you guys want to support the channel, you can sub. You can send corgis. Help it get it out on the For You page by double tapping the screen over on TikTok. See if we can get it up to 50K, 100K likes. See if we can blow that up. It does help support it and get it out there. And we are trying to create a pretty reasonable show. So, you know, if you guys want to support, go sub over on YouTube. Go sub over on Patreon, YouTube. Help support the channel. Would appreciate it. We're trying to survive through the bullshit of the lack of ad views. So if you guys want to support, would appreciate it. We are crowdfunded. Don't have billionaires behind us. But if there is a billionaire watching, I'll take your money. I'm going to say the same shit, but I'll take your money.
So
if you guys...
Tommy, I heard something
Yeah.
in the backgrounds. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my bad. I just had lunch.
Oh.
I know somebody who has a agent, and apparently the agents are telling their people that TikTok's going to be good for 4 years.
Fuck.
That's
TikTok's going to be good for 4 years?
Yep. Apparently there's something going to go through, and it's going to be okay for the next 4 years. This is just what I'm hearing. The agents are sending their people this information.
Fuck.
Oh, well.
Well, it's like I want it to stay, but I also hate it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know? I also hate it. Said surviving Timmy's failed predictions. Don't block him yet. My prediction is you definitely won't drop dead of a heart attack. Survive that one.
Survive that, bitch.
Survive that one.
No, wait, take it back.
Fucking Lucho. We got Saul Goodman.
Saul Goodman.
Goodman.
Better call Saul. Yeah, he left.
Just keep bouncing out real quick. That's weird.
God damn, this guy has been stalking me for fucking almost 4 years now.
Oh.
Ooh,
Pretty
Lucho
fucking weird.
So I don't know. I think the only bad thing is I'm not going to hear when he dies. He'll just disappear. You know? We're not going to get updated. It's not like Cello. We get to be like, hey, we get to throw a party. I mean, we didn't throw a party for Cello, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, what do we got here?
Hey, JL, appreciate it. Thank you, JL.
Yeah, I have a new
Appreciate
stalker
it.
too.
Yeah?
It's me.
Yeah, they changed his profile picture to my face and calls it Jaden's ugly evil twin or some shit.
Yeah, that one's not me.
It's weird.
Better not be.
It's weird.
I
We got
swear to fucking Christ,
T.
Josh.
Brown.
Hey, Paige.
Hey guys.
Swear to fucking God, Josh.
Happy Mother's Day to the moms in your lives. Have you guys
Happy
reached out, sent the texts? Or something?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't have baby K
More
until
mom
tomorrow, so I was gonna take him out to go get some flowers and stuff for his mom and grandma's. T. Brown, what's up?
That's nice.
To Brown?
Second time Brown come up here.
No? Alright, if you're debating, hop in the box. Yeah, I want to talk shit about MS-13. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
MS-13 try and overthrow the U.S. government?
Did they ever shoot up a school?
Did MS-13, did they elect a felon to the presidency of the United States?
Nope.
Bring some flowers to your mom upstairs. Well, number one, this is a pitch ceiling. But number two, other than it's got a pitch ceiling, is me with your mom. I only bring flowers to your mom, don't worry about it.
It's going to be interesting when people realize how the U.S. government actually helps support cartels. When people
It's true.
start understanding that.
They're not ready for that narrative, Paige.
Yeah, they're not ready for that conversation.
Nope.
Yeah, Trump did announce
Trump announced trade deal with China. I thought he did that a few days ago.
No, that was with that was the ceasefire he announced that nobody agreed to.
Well,
He's
the
announcing
story-
a lot
No, I
of
thought
things
there was something he said about. I thought he said there was a deal with China, and then China was like, no.
Yeah, he said like from 145 to 80.
Yeah, I think they're at 80 now.
Yeah, they're at 80. And then with the... Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. No, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I was just going to say with the India and Pakistan. So, pardon. India said, sorry, hold on. So it was a ceasefire, but it didn't last, of course. India said that they handled it between themselves and Pakistan. Pakistan turned around and, of course, said, oh no, Trump, like the White House did help us. Of course, they're going to say the opposite thing. So you don't know who to believe in. But they broke the ceasefire, so it doesn't matter.
Well,
I was watching.
I thought there's supposed to be no new wars.
Richard Wolff was breaking this down on why he actually backed off of the 145 down to 80. He said because China doesn't have to flinch on this. This isn't. It's not necessary for them because they're literally part. So we've got the G7, which involves us plus 6 other countries in Europe, and they've got BRICS. They literally have within BRICS, the countries within BRICS is over 50% of the population of the Earth. There's other countries. India will bail them out. Russia will bail them out. South Africa will bail them out because that's what they've been doing. That's literally why China is going over to Africa and building their infrastructure, building their bridges. That's why they're going to South America and building ports in South America because of BRICS. BRICS is allowing China to survive all this, and they're just going to, flick it off. It's not going to be a deal to them. It was a pretty good analysis, I thought.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. What else is going on today?
Is there anything really in the news? I don't know. I have to see. Next week is going to be interesting because I'm going to be cranking videos out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Said,
oh yeah,
I love how Trump lives rent free in your head. What's funny is that you guys literally obsessed with Biden. They still fucking talk about him. Yeah, go ahead.
Qatar is sending Trump a luxury jet for Air Force
Qatar.
One. Qatar.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
He's gonna turn
I
it
thought
into
that-
Air Force One. That makes no sense. Like, are they gonna send pagers with it too? You know what I mean?
Is it gonna be like the
Money
soccer ball
laundering. Money laundering.
Yep.
that
It's
Putin
money
gave him the
laundering.
ball?
That
Oh yeah, the soccer ball.
I don't know what the soccer ball is.
So Putin gave Trump a soccer
is
ball at
this?
Helsinki a few years ago.
Uh-huh.
It was alleged to have been bugged.
that's the one.
That's what I'm saying. That's.
Yeah.
Are they gonna have pagers? Because those
We're
pagers.
gonna have a remote control plane on this shit.
Was it like sitting there bugged for some time?
Yeah,
There was a chip in there, yeah.
yeah. It was in his office. It was in the Oval Office.
We found it out like years later. All right, let's see if I got a debate here.
You gotta be.
Omar,
kidding
are
me.
you
Fell for
debating?
that? Fell for the old banana in the tailpipe.
Mm-hmm. The old camera in the hat trick.
1 second. Let's see what this is.
Oh, Adidas did it? No way. Oh wait, it was an RFD, so it wasn't for monitoring. It was just for tracking the ball. I don't know.
Still not good.
Yeah, not good.
Oh, I don't think this guy's debating.
All right.
I don't think they're debating.
Do they have stupid soccer balls?
Student soccer balls. Do we have any debates? Because if not, I think I'm gonna call it. I wasn't planning on being online super late. Plus, I went to Costco. Oh my God, America sucks. Honestly,
What do we
I
do
didn't
this
even
time?
buy that much. It cost me $200 at Costco. I barely bought anything.
Mm.
I spent $1,000 at Costco.
Frustrating.
God damn.
It's so. Oh yeah. See, the thing is about Costco though, I don't actually like shopping there that much, except for certain things. But like, cause like you buy like these major bit boxes of shit and it takes you 2 fucking years to eat it, and then it's like, that was kind of unnecessary. Like, you know what I mean? Cause you're getting tired of the
buy in
snacks
bulk.
anyways. I feel like Winco's better. I mean, some stuff is better to buy in bulk. Don't get me wrong. Like frozen
like
stuff, like canned stuff. Yeah, but like
When I
snacks
was
and
up in Seattle,
shit.
I did Winco a couple times. Yeah, get those big old bins full of M&Ms and shit. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't even buy that much. I really didn't.
Mm.
Love Winco.
Well,
Winco. I think Winco's the best place to shop, to be honest.
in the spirit of Mother's Day.
Oh.
Hmm?
Really quick, before I forget, that the heater I bought for $13 works.
Nice.
Hmm.
Nice.
I
Sorry,
want
go
to share a
ahead, Jaden.
fun story of my mom that came to mind. Should have brought this up in my phone call with her, but we kept the garage open one day at my old place, and somebody was in the garage as she was pulling in from work, stealing our bikes. So she chased them down with the car and did a little bit of vehicular, what do we want to call it, persuasion. Chased them down, bumped them, fell off, got the bikes back, and brought them back to the house. And I heard the honking outside, but I assumed it was a neighbor and didn't realize until she came back. But she brought back the bikes in the trunk. And I think that sort of speaks to the heroism of mothers. The extra length they'll go to bop people on the ass with the car just to make sure the kids have their bikes. And it was great.
Hey,
Yeah, what are they
Chuck,
gonna
Your
do?
mom
Call the
almost
cops and say, they.
Vehicular manslaughter.
Oh, he didn't die. He wasn't run over. He just fell off. And it was great.
It's just one of those things where it's like. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like. What are they gonna do? Call the cops and be like, "Oh yeah, she bumped me off a bike I was stealing," you know?
Right.
I don't think that's gonna go over very well.
I have a
Oh,
picture somewhere
man.
in my gallery. I had her recreate it with some Muppet toys, with Kermit on a bike and Miss Piggy in a car, and it was pretty funny. It's accurate too.
Yeah. Well, it's nice.
You guys got any fun mom stories? Besides the inappropriate ones?
I don't know. My mom was really good at throwing stuff.
At you?
I got my baseball
With you.
skills. I got
Oh,
literally. I got my baseball skills from her. Clearly, she could huck a remote. Tell you what. Tell you what. She's been a fucking
we got
quarterback in the
Massimo in the
NFL.
box.
I don't know what that's gonna be, but if it's a debate, we'll take it. If not, I'm gonna call it.
All right. Oh shit! Nope.
Hello,
Oh,
from Milano.
I don't know.
For me,
thought it was gonna be somebody's ass. I got scared for a second.
I don't know what that was, but it scared me too. This is some guy fucking, iPad kidding it on the screen like this. Hello, how are you? What are you doing? This is a little kid iPads. Little iPad
Scared
kid.
me.
It's all right.
Yeah, don't come back.
Josh.
Anyway.
What do you guys? Hey.
Hello.
Wait.
Yes, hello, my friend.
Oh, there.
Here's my old man. It's my old man Facebook poster.
Yeah, what is... Hold
We
on,
need
wait,
the
but what is
glasses.
it like? It's like this.
The gas station glasses.
It's almost like they're looking up. It's like down here. It's like down
Because it
down
doesn't make
here.
them look taller.
No. It looks awful. It's every single fucking...
Look at my nose hairs,
Like,
boy.
it's just too common. It's just like, it's like the fucking MySpace angle for men. You know what I mean? Just...
Is that Massimo? Is that
Just-
the guy that was just up here?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's back in the queue. Apparently
Yeah.
he's hilarious. Somebody said
Trump won,
he's a
and
funny
you
troll.
lost. Trump won, and you lost. Trump won, and you lost. Isn't that fucking great? Look at you losing your fucking 401k and your fucking money. Inflation's fucking going up. Everything's going up. We're so screwed. And you guys are over here like, woo! He's on Ethan's live all the time. Oh. Well, I'm going to call it. I'll be back on
Alrighty.
tomorrow at 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Pacific. If you guys want to watch more of the shows, there's a whole bunch of them live over on YouTube. And then there's the sub ones, which you guys are tier 2 over on YouTube, or on the Patreon you get access to. So if you guys want to support, that's a great way to do it. Would appreciate it. I'm going to see y'all on the next one. Paige, Josh, and Jaden.
Yeah. Politics is live.
All right.
Yep.
We'll read
See you guys
Paul.
later. Be safe.
Let's read him. All right. Take care, everybody. Happy Mother's Day. Let's raid Politics. See you, Tommy.
All right, guys. I will see ya.